Lajoie to grab a 2-0 lead. 2 wins down, 14 to go. Now the stage shifts west, where the noise gets louder and the pressure cranks up. A trip to Hollywood is next, and the Avalanche are coming with momentum, confidence, and a stranglehold on the series. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, Denver's playoff headquarters.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. If you're looking for the ultimate place to post up for a big game, make it the Basketball Social House Bar and Grill in Centennial. This is your headquarters for every upset, every buzzer beater. Guys, the place is unreal. Award-winning food and drinks, including a brunch you absolutely have to try. But it's not just another sports bar, guys. This is the first of its kind sports bar and entertainment experience. Literally the only one like it in the world, and it's right here in Centennial, Colorado. And listen, you don't have to be a hooper to love it. The vibe, the energy, the menu, it's all next level. But if you do want to play, you can book your own private basketball suite, a court, lounge seating, music, TVs, the whole deal. Perfect for watch parties, team hangouts, or just leveling up your night. And for big games, you're covered, guys. They have the best happy hour in Colorado every day from 7 p.m. to close. You can find them at 7450 South University Boulevard in Centennial. Check them out online at thebasketballsocialhouse.com. And because you heard it from me, use the code HALFOFFHOOPS for half off your first-time private basketball suite rental. Trust me, guys, this place is a slam dunk.
Jacob's Law, 303 Law 4040. Really proud of this case that we just settled. There was a young man very seriously injured. In fact, I had to go to the hospital and meet with him and his family. And we checked with the insurance companies while I was at the hospital, and they claimed no insurance coverage on either side. And on top of that, he had no medical insurance. So he was going to be facing about $400,000 in medical bills. And I said to the family, I said, I cannot make you any promises, but I know no other lawyer is going to touch this case because the insurance companies say they won't pay. But I want to try. Let me at least try. And I put my team at 303 Law 4040 on it, and they found $75,000 in insurance coverage that the insurance companies did not want to pay. So not only did we get them $75,000, but we also found a way to get them on Medicaid. So the $400,000 in bills was covered by medical insurance as well. We were proud. We fought for them. We'll fight just as hard for you if you ever need us. The number is 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need us. It's 303 Law 4040.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly near and far without any glasses thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Over his Hall of Fame career, Terrell Davis racked up impressive numbers. 65 touchdowns, 2 championships, almost 8,000 rushing.
That's why I bank at Colorado Credit Union.
That's a weird segue.
Colorado Credit Union treats me like a person, not a number.
With personal service, great rates, and smart financial advice.
And those are just 3 great perks.
We can stop with the numbers now.
You don't have to be a legend to bank like one at Colorado Credit Union. Visit ccu.org. Terms and restrictions apply. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. In a world where dealerships come and go, one name has stood the test of time. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet, proudly serving Colorado since 1987 as the longest owned Chevy dealer in the state. From a huge selection of new Chevys to quality pre-owned vehicles, plus a team committed to treating you right, it's no wonder generations of Colorado drivers keep coming back. To see all the specials, visit BozarthAuto.com today. Again, that's BozarthAuto.com. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet. Experience you trust, service you deserve since 1987.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is icing. ICING. Text ICING to 303-713-1043 right now, and you could win a $50 Dick's Sporting Goods gift card and qualify for the $1,000 grand prize. That's ICING to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
Denver Sports 1043 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Off and rolling. Here on a Wednesday, April 22nd, the day after a night that felt like it went on and on forever.
And on and on and on and on to the crack of dawn.
What up, Phil?
Woo! What's going on, man? Happy Wednesday.
Happy hump day to you. A beautiful day in Colorado. A little windy, but man, last night, holy smokes.
Did you have that on your bingo card?
What? What? Which part? Having such a low-scoring game again, an overtime game, nearly a line-on-line brawl near the outset of the game, people getting trucked. People, I mean, but like there was so much going.
Glass flying everywhere.
Yeah. Glass literally raining down. There was so much going on, but yet and still, it felt like there was nothing going on at points in terms of actually scoring goals.
Yeah.
You know, to the level of which the Avs displayed for the last 6 months, we're just not seeing it.
So are you frustrated, though? I mean, like, to me, I was expecting this. One, playoff time. And what does everybody say that knows hockey and watches hockey all the time? Like, hey, it's just different. Everybody's going to muck it up. It's going to be harder to score goals. So I always go into it during playoff time knowing that it's going to be, lower scoring games sometimes. I know that there's some games going on the other side of the bracket, and they're just lighting it up.
Yeah,
but
I was going to say, like,
the Kings, man.
This is unusual for a team like Colorado. I mean, to have back-to-back 2-1 games and having to go into an extra period to score your second goal. I mean, even through the lens of, playoff hockey and what you're saying, and I get what you're saying, and typically that is the case, but it's for a team like Colorado to be neutralized offensively for, I mean, these are games now, like games plural. We're watching it. And the most important thing, obviously, is that the Avs are up in the series 2-0. But, man, I would be disingenuous here on a Wednesday if I didn't have doubt creeping in that this was, for a second straight game, setting up for the Kings to steal a game. And when they scored, under 7 minutes left in the game.
Oh, my heart dropped.
I mean, dude, it was like, holy smokes. This, like, I'm speaking for myself. I'm like, this could go down. This could happen. This could be an even series going back to L.A.
Well, this is what the Kings wanted. The Kings wanted to try to find a way to score a goal, and I think for them it's like, can we score early? But they wanted to score a goal, and it's at the end in the third period, and now it's like, hey, we could just pull everybody back, pull all the dogs back, and force them to try to score a goal that they haven't been able to score, the Avs that is, all night long. So when the Kings were able to score that power play goal, I'm like, damn, here it goes. Here it is. The Avs are going to lose this one on home ice. This can't happen. And then Landy comes up. Netjes. By the way, Netjes is playing well. For people out there saying, like, what's Netjes doing? No, he's playing well. He's just not getting those shots to fall in like we want him to.
Dude, without Netjes, Gabe doesn't score his goal.
Exactly.
That pass from Marty Netjes between the legs of Forsberg was filth personified. It was disgusting in the best kind of way. I mean, that was nasty, dirty work from Marty Netjes. And sets up the easiest goal of the series that will be scored for Gabe Landeskog, which, by the way, you still have to score it.
You do.
And we've seen, I mean, empty nets. Ask Nathan McKinnon, can you come up short on an empty net?
Oh, Nate Dogg.
Right? And so, like, they did what they had to do, but, man, last night was actually, for me, even more frustrating than game one because I thought the Avs were meaningfully better last night in game two. They just are not breaking through.
Well, they have a Forsberg problem.
They do.
That's exactly what it is right there. It's not a Kings problem. It's not the defense that the Kings are putting out there, although they're playing really, really physical and they're playing good on the blue line. It's a Forsberg problem. In between the pipes, that man is playing out of his mind, making some crazy high-danger saves. All right, that's helping the Kings out. That's giving the Kings a little bit more confidence and giving them the opportunities to keep this game close. So once the Avs can figure out Forsberg, which I believe it's coming, because for Forsberg, how long can you keep this up? How long can you continue to get peppered like this and have to make huge, huge saves? And at some point, it will break for you, and you're going to let one slip. And then you're going to let another one slip, and you're going to look up, and now the Avs are able to play their type of hockey, which is high-flying, elite, scoring, Netches, Nathan McKinnon and that top line, they're going to come through. It's just about breaking through, and it's coming, Z. It's coming.
I have no doubts that the Avs are going to win the series. I mean, this is exactly where you want to be. But I am second-guessing if it is coming in terms of the way that I expected to see it before the series started, where you're able to score, 3, 4, 5 goals, particularly the 4 or 5 mark. Like, Avs don't struggle at all to get up there, but I just don't know if that level of offensive production is coming unless Forsberg really takes a step back. But we've seen throughout the history of hockey, like, these guys get it going. They're supremely confident, whether you're talking about someone like a Patrick Waugh or a Dominic Hasek, but even someone without that stature, like a Jonathan Quick, that just takes over a series, that just takes over, stands on his head for 6-7 games. And this is why I did not want to see Ottinger. And not that or really, Hellebuck more so. Yeah. And I know his playoff, history is not
shaky. It's shaky.
as kind, but it's like you get into these matchups and you just, like, if it's just replacement level goaltending, the Avs do score 4 or 5 goals last night, but that's not what we're seeing. And I genuinely believe Anton Forsberg has been the best player in this series. And so here we go. I mean,
but you know what's encouraging, Z, is we're not getting the scoring from that top line, but it's the bottom 6.
Right.
All right, like the first game of the year, it was the 4th line coming through a LOC scoring a goal. He could have had 2. One got called back. All right, last night, it was the veteran line, right? It was the 3rd line with Gay, with Kadri, with Nicholas Waugh coming big for him in the overtime with his rebound score. So it's the things like that are encouraging, where you're getting what you need out of the 4th and 3rd line. And then at some point, you hope that the 2nd and 1st line can come along, which they will. But you also know when it comes to the Kings, they're stabilizing those first 2 lines, forcing the 3rd and 4th line to do a little bit more work. And this is why you have to be deep in the playoffs. And this is why the Avs are still successful. They're deeper than the Kings. All right, they have guys on each line that can do some things. They can add and subtract from the line and put Gabe on the 2nd line if he wants, or put Gabe on the 4th or the 3rd line if he needs to be there. And it's working out right now for the Avs.
Well, think about this. The leading goal scorer for the Avs this year was Nathan McKinnon, right? A career-high 53 goals.
Yeah.
You're up 2-0. He has yet to score in the series. Your second leading scorer, Marty Netches, 38 goals this year, all right, in that 100-point season. He has not scored yet in the series. Brock Nelson was your 3rd leading goal scorer this year. He has not scored yet in the series. Someone like Cale Makar, he has not scored yet in the series. Val Nichushkin, he has not scored yet in the series. So between McKinnon, Netches, Brock Nelson, Cale Makar, and Val and myself all combined for 0 goals, right? We've all scored the same amount of goals in the series.
Hell, put me in there.
And Phil too, sure. And the Avs are going to Los Angeles with a 2-0 lead. I mean, that is
telling you something.
Very encouraging. But these games, man, they are tight. They are freaking nip and tuck, and the margin for error is almost nothing. It's almost nothing. So huge from Marty Netches to get that puck to Gabe Landeskog, the captain coming through,
yep.
And then Nicholas Waugh.
What is he good for? Everything.
Like Chris McFarland, Phil, traded a 1st-round pick, gave a 1st-round pick to Toronto for Nick Waugh, and in the very first series, he's winning a game for you in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Like, goodness gracious. There's a lot to feel good about, but at the same time, I'd be lying if I said I did feel good on a shift-by-shift basis through games 1 and game 2?
It was rough. It was rough, and it was a long night. The glass was breaking, and I'm like, okay, what are we going to do, guys? We have to break through. And sure enough, it took overtime. We break through. We win the game. You move on from there. But my heart dropped a little bit when the Kings did score that power play goal, because now I'm like, we haven't been able to score all night, Z. Why? What's going to change? What is going to change? But Net just comes up big. Gabe comes up big. And that's why you have this firepower. This is why the Avs are who they are. They find ways to win when it matters the most. They're deep as hell, and they got to keep going. Now, they do have to go to the Kings, but the Kings are not the same at home.
No, they're bad.
I know we're going to break that down.
Yeah, they are not good at home, and we'll talk more about that throughout the day today, and certainly in previewing Game 3 tomorrow. Okay, yesterday we spent a lot of time on Jokic and Jamal's role in the Nuggets Game 2 collapse, but what role player also needs to step up and in a hurry? We'll talk about some candidates next.
So now we find out. The Nuggets lose home court. A monster first quarter slips away. And when the fourth quarter came, the buckets didn't. Now it's tied 1-1, and the road gets real. This is the moment playoff teams show you who they are. How does Denver respond? Do the Nuggets answer the pressure or feel it? Can they respond to disappointment in another team's building? Game 3, Minnesota. What happens next? Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver's playoff headquarters.
What is going on, guys? Happy Wednesday, Hump Day. And guys, I know there's at least 50 of you listening to me right now who are thinking about popping that question here soon. And if that's the case, then you know you need a diamond. So let me save you some time and money by telling you something as simple as this. Whether you're starting your next chapter with your perfect diamond engagement ring, or celebrating a new milestone, or finally just doing something special for yourself for once, this is where it's all going to begin for yourself. Imagine the finest jewelry legends all in one store together, making you feel just like family, and their surface is going to reflect that. So come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver. They have every size, shape, and price range you can imagine, and the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever set eyes on. And not only are they going to share the secrets of the business with you, but they're going to give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories for yourself and the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue, and also in Inglewood at Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to mention my name, Phillip Lindsay, when you step through one of those doors.
Now is the best time to buy. Get ahead of the competition and get the deal you want on the home you really want. Maximize your savings with lowest rate for life, and if the market does improve, we can save you money without any additional lender fees or appraisal fees. We're here for you today and tomorrow, and celebrating 30 years of helping homeowners with expanded approvals, low rates, credit improvements, and more. Call U.S. Mortgages at 303-LOW-RATE.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126.
Between groceries, travel, and higher prices, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially if you're already relying on credit cards to cover the basics. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. If you're a homeowner, you might have considered reaching out to American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. That's why American Financing created the Smart Equity Loan, a simple, smart way to get your finances back on track without giving up your low mortgage rate. Unlike a HELOC, which can fluctuate with the market, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate, so you'll have one predictable monthly payment. It lets you use your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt, free up your cash flow, and still keep your existing mortgage intact. There are no upfront fees to find out how much you can save. Call 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Your roof's the single most important part of your house. Snow and high winds can damage your roof. Don't trust your roof to any fly-by-night roofing companies. Call the professionals at Golden Spike for a free roof inspection and tell them you heard about it on the Fan. They're a locally owned company and a Team Dave Logan member.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
Hey, it's it's Mike Evans, and if you missed the filing deadline again, or maybe you haven't filed in a while, the consequences can be substantial, and the penalties, huge. After 5 months, you'll owe late filing penalties of 25%, not to mention interest. The recent IRS tactics include prosecuting more non-filers, sometimes even criminally. Don't gamble with the IRS, it's just not worth it. You can avoid the stress and worry of not filing your taxes simply by calling the people I trust, and that's Advanced Tax Solutions. I've personally talked with clients who've been helped by Todd Whalen. They can get your taxes filed and provide a number of solutions to get you off the IRS's radar. You will feel relief and peace of mind as soon as you talk with the experts. So call the professionals I trust at Advanced Tax Solutions. 303-753-6040 or visit advancedtaxsolutions.com.
When the Nuggets are knocking down threes, you score too. If Denver hits 15 or more three-pointers, you score a free 28-ounce Gatorade Lower Sugar the very next day at your friendly King Soopers. Gatorade Lower Sugar is scientifically formulated with Gatorade's #1 proven electrolyte blend and has 75% less sugar than Gatorade Thirst Quencher and no artificial flavors, sweeteners, or colors. Big shots deserve next-level hydration. Only at King Soopers.
Max HELOC is a game changer and can lower your bill significantly without affecting your current loan. How much savings depends on your unique situation, but you could borrow $250,000 with a payment option as low as $495 a month. Consolidate your debts and make life a lot easier. We make it easy to save, and you don't need perfect credit either. U.S. Mortgages, and our number says it all, 303 low rate.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126.
Taco Bell turned their new Diablo sauce into a dust, and they're dusting the new Diablo Dusted Crispy Chicken Nuggets in it at participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time and while supplies last.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, yesterday, for obvious reasons, we spent a lot of time on Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray's role in the Game 2 collapse for the Denver Nuggets, and it was a spectacular collapse. Make no doubt about that.
Therapy session for us yesterday.
It really was. It really was. And to discuss this and all things Denver Nuggets, Jake Shapiro stopping by. What up, Jake?
Hey guys, I still need a little therapy, I think. Help me out.
Man,
Still hurting?
It was brutal, man. It was brutal. You watched it there in person like I did, and it was I'm speaking for myself, like watching how tired the group was down the stretch. Watching a nearly 20-point lead evaporate the quickest I've ever seen. You know, they had to, I was emphasizing this yesterday with Phil. Jake, they were up 19. They had to come back in the second quarter. In the same half that they accumulated the lead, they had to scratch and claw back. And man, especially down the backstretch of that game, it was Game 7 vibes in my gut, especially with the fatigue and the lack of shot creation, quality shots of the group.
I think the thing that's got me like at a 10 out of 10 just frustrated is I watched this team lose a Game 7 on that floor, blowing a 20-point lead because they were tired. How are we in the exact same situation a couple years later in a Game 2 where we're blaming fatigue?
Game 2 of the first round.
Yes. And to me, it's like, oh, these comments are like, okay, yeah, that's bad for this series. But if you're talking about that after the second playoff game, you're not winning the Larry O'Brien this year. It's just not happening. So I don't know how to feel about the Nuggets prospects in general after I hear all of that stuff. But Zach, the whole thing is they were so tired because they were chasing the 1 seed in 2024, and we're not going to do that again. What do they do this year? We're chasing the 3 seed. We're going on a 12-game win streak to end the year. Oh, Game 2 of the playoffs. Yeah, our guys are tired.
Oh, Jake, man, you're fired up or you're angry. I get you, man. But after the first 2 games, what are you most disappointed in, or what player right now when you look at this? Who are you most disappointed in? And I know that's a strong word, and my mom told me that I'd feel some type of way. I'd feel pretty bad about myself.
We know he's hurt, but we know how much of an impact he makes on the Nuggets. It's Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon has been a shell of himself for the first 2 games of this series. He has not been able to keep up on defense. He has not made an impact on offense. And how about this? Why is Christian Brown even in the dunker spot to take that layup?
Yeah.
Why is that not Aaron Gordon?
Yeah.
Because he's tired. He's behind.
Yep. Because Christian Brown has more athleticism at this point on one ankle than Aaron Gordon. And that's a problem for the Nuggets because he is their X factor. He changes the prospects of this team. So I have some serious concerns about Aaron Gordon. And you know what? Going into the series, we were like, yeah, they probably can do this without Peyton Watson. Kind of right now, I'm feeling like maybe they can't do this without Peyton Watson because they don't have that tweener guy that can guard Anthony Edwards. And I think Aaron Gordon needs some of that pressure taken off of him. So Aaron Gordon needs to be a better player than what he's been if the Nuggets are going to win a title. I think the Nuggets can win this series with this version of Aaron Gordon, but it's going to be a war if they are.
Yeah, and if you reverse engineer what you said about Christian Brown, because I think there's a problem before that when you talk about Christian is more athletic on one ankle than Aaron Gordon is right now. One, they're each less of an athlete than they were 2 years ago, like significantly so. And before the year ever started, Phil asked me, hey, what concern would you have about the Denver Nuggets? And at the top of the list was the lack of athleticism.
Peyton Watson is their athlete, Zach.
Correct.
It's supposed to be CB and PY, and now they're both.
And this is now an aging group. This is one of the older teams in the playoffs right now. But also to you saying, hey, why is CB in the dunker spot? Well, would you rather CB in the corner? This is why, because right now, if my life's on the line, I'd rather have Aaron Gordon shooting a three than Christian Brown. But the problem is, this is why I said before the playoffs started, I don't know if Christian Brown should be closing games.
It's coming out of a timeout for an offense-only possession. Why is Tim Hardaway Jr. not in that corner and Aaron Gordon's in the dunker?
Ask David Adelman, who I think, and you tell me what you think. Adelman's getting outcoached, in my humble opinion, through 2 games, and I don't think it's particularly close. Your thoughts?
I thought he did a great job on the draw and the X's and O's in game 1. I thought schematically what they were doing made a lot of sense of just baiting Julius Randle. But they had no adjustments in game 2. I thought the paint by numbers rotation was brutal.
Crazy.
I think every challenge David Adelman has had in this series has been absolutely
it's been
brutal.
Awful.
The timeout management has been bad. Like, David Adelman in game 2, to me, gets an F. Like, to me, Aaron Gordon was bad. Nikola Jokic outside of that third quarter takeover the last 6 minutes was bad. But to me, David Adelman was the single reason why the Nuggets lost that game too.
No, the single reason, not you wouldn't go Jokic and Jamal. Like,
if you were to force me to make a single reason of why one person who's cost them that, I would say yeah. I mean, you go 4 minutes and 39 seconds without scoring down the stretch. I understand Nikola Jokic is missing. I asked David Adelman after the game, like, hey, do you guys want to do something a little different down the stretch? No, we want Joker and Jamal shooting. That's not what I asked. Maybe run a dribble handoff for Cam Johnson, see if he can make a play out of it. Why'd you get Cam Johnson?
No, and we talked about this yesterday too. They need to get more diversified. Like the best NBA teams and the Nuggets specifically. And I made the Spurs comparison with the old Nuggets for years. That ball used to snap around, and it doesn't. It's very static, and it's almost like the Nuggets version of isolation basketball, and it has worked for a very long time. This year, it clearly took a step back, and I'm talking about the 2-man game.
Yep.
And Minnesota is not getting tricky here. There's no bracketed coverage. There's no the smaller defender, the Caruso or the Rui Hachimura digging into Jokic's legs with a backside roaming. No, it's 2-on-2, and they're losing, and it's discouraging if I'm being just frank about it.
Yeah, and on that last play, they threw a couple more bodies on it. But yes, it's mostly 2-on-2. Jaden McDaniels wearing Jamal Murray out through the course of the game, and Rudy Gobert against Nikola Jokic. And the only time Nikola Jokic looked like the dominant player, the best player in the world in game 2 is when Rudy Gobert was in foul trouble off the floor. Yeah. And I think the Nuggets need to do a better job in those minutes. Rudy Gobert is not on the floor. That second quarter run happened without Rudy Gobert on the floor. Okay, they were stretching the Nuggets out there, running 5 out. I understand that's hard for Nikola to guard. You know what's also hard for people to guard is Naz Reid guarding Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
Like he went off in the third quarter. So why did the Nuggets all of a sudden stop scoring in that sequence? And Phil, that's why I blame David Adelman. He's supposed to be this offensive mastermind. The Nuggets are supposed to have this awesome offense. They go 5-minute stretches almost every single game where they struggle to score a field goal. I know that happens in basketball, but it shouldn't be happening with the talent and personnel that the Nuggets have.
Not one member of the Denver Nuggets is shooting 50% in this series. Not one. Not a single one. we have a tendency, and we reserve the right to overreact to some games. Okay, we're reacting in a vacuum. We have 2 games to react to. That's it. Because we are not going to talk with you tomorrow. We are going to be live on location in Parker at Sportsbook Bar and Grill, which you should be there with us. What is your instincts tell you about what's awaiting the Denver Nuggets tomorrow evening?
Game 3s at home for that team that is just split on the road generally go the home team's way. I have a very bad feeling about the Nuggets going into that game tomorrow. I'm not saying they're losing the series, but I could very easily see them going down 2-1 and the Nuggets then rattling off 3 in a row back to win the series in 6.
3 in a row.
I could see it.
Man,
I'm not
Jake.
saying it's going to happen. I'm saying I could see it.
Yeah.
You guys asked me during the break what role player I want to see step up. I want to see more from Cam Johnson. And I thought Cam Johnson was going to have a big game too, and then he just kind of petered out.
Yeah.
He had a really nice first quarter game 1, and he's kind of been just out there. He hasn't made an impact.
Couple good finishes in the 4th. He had a really good, I think they call it a corkscrew drive on the broadcast, and then he had another good finish around the basket. But
he's getting to the rim now.
He is, but he needs to make timely shots. It's the timeliness of it, you know? It's just, and it's been like this all year with Cam Johnson. His numbers are good, but when the gravity of the game requires a big shot, has come up small way more often than not, Jake.
If the Julius Randle comes back from game 1 into game 3 and game 4, the Nuggets will win those games. If Julius Randle looks like he did in game 2 the rest of the series, this is going to be an absolute war for the Nuggets, because that is the difference between a guy who's an all-NBA guy and a guy who honestly looks a little bit more like Cam Johnson.
All right, thanks, Jake. All right, the NFL draft. We'll get back to this. By the way, a little history lesson at the top of the hour. What is the Jokic era history when the Denver Nuggets are in the exact position that they are right now? I have all of it. We'll get to that at the top of the hour. But before we do, the NFL draft is tomorrow. Are the Broncos actually in a position as a franchise to do something aggressive? And I'll explain coming up next.
Start the clock. The Denver Broncos traded their first-round pick, but they could surprise us all and trade their way back into day 1 action. Join us at the Sportsbook Bar and Grill in Parker Thursday, April 23rd for the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan Draft Party, presented by Carrier Colorado. Zach By and Phillip Lindsay will broadcast live starting at 2 p.m. Brandon Stokely and Mark Schlereth join the action at 4. Then John Davis, Cecil Lammey, and NFL insider James Palmer take you through every first-round pick. We'll see you there. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here. And if joint pain is holding you back, hear me out. At Regen RX in Denver, they are on another level, guys. They don't just do guesswork. They build a real plan for you. Maybe you need Wharton's jelly to support the joints. Maybe you need shockwave therapy to get the blood flow back going again. No matter what, they're going to sit you down and give you a 6-month booster to keep your results feeling elite. And the best part about this is their consultation is completely free. No risk, and if you're dealing with degenerative joints or joint pain that's slowing you down, see if their stem cell therapy is the right move for you. It's about quality of life, guys. Staying explosive, staying active, and staying present for your family. So give my friends at Regen RX a call today at 303-630-9770 or visit them online at regenrx.co. Again, that's regenrx.co, and let them know that Phillip Lindsay sent you.
I need a little range.
Introducing the new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club Sandwich. With that juicy Chick-fil-A chicken on a buttermilk ranch bun, jalapeno ranch sauce, and pickled jalapenos, it's a little ranch with a lot of kick. The new Chick-fil-A Jalapeno Ranch Club with original spicy or grilled filet. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
At quarterback, calling the right play could change the whole game. And when your car breaks down, same idea. Make the right call before the big repair bill hits. CarShield helps protect you from expensive auto repairs. Plans include 24/7 roadside assistance, towing, and rental car options, all to keep your drive alive. Look, breakdowns happen, but choosing CarShield, that's the easiest call you'll make all day.
Visit carshield.com now and join the team that's helped millions of drivers save. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
A lot of personal injury lawyers make claims about how good they are, but how do you know who's the best? At Berg Simpson Injury Lawyers, we've helped Coloradans for 50 years, and our results speak for themselves. We have 29 best lawyers in America, 19 super lawyers, and we're one of the National Trial Lawyers' top 25 most influential law firms. Compare us to other firms, then call Berg Simpson.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
The biggest savings of the year from the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver Metro, Groove Toyota. Limited time during the Over and Above sales events. Over 300 Toyota Tacomas. Only $329 a month lease. Visit GrooveToyota.com. Find your groove with 329 Tacomas at GrooveToyota.com. Start here. Go anywhere.
Closed end lease for 36 months with $35.99 to its signing. Zero security deposit. On approved credit. Call 720-961-4465 for complete details. Offer expires 5/4/26.
One Wheel Broncos talk. Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, NFL Draft is tomorrow. We are going to be live on location.
We here.
And please believe we're not going to be just sticking to the draft. I mean, we got Nuggets and Avs going at it tomorrow night. Game 3 awaits us for both series.
Ooh.
I cannot stand.
Why would they do that to us?
These two teams playing on the same night. I can't stand it. I don't want to divide my focus in the most important time of the season. Each deserves their own spot in the sun. That will not take place tomorrow evening. But we will roll on. We'll deal with it, obviously. But we want you guys to come hang with us tomorrow, starting at 2 o'clock, for our draft party live from Sportsbook Bar and Grill in Parker, brought to you by Carrier Colorado. Excuse me. All starts with the drive at 2 o'clock, followed by a special roundtable with Mark Schlereth, Brandon Stokely, Phillip Lindsay. That's at 4 o'clock. And then we'll go to 6, and then we'll pass the baton to Cecil Lammy, John Davis, and NFL insider James Palmer. They're going to take you through every pick of the first round of the NFL draft. That is tomorrow at Sportsbook Bar and Grill in Parker. All right. So the Broncos do not have a first-round pick, okay?
Not yet.
What percent out of 100 do you think the likelihood is that the Broncos get back into the first round tomorrow?
10%. Z. It's slim to no chance that the Denver Broncos are going to move up and go back into the first round because there's no need to. All right, there's no glaring need to have a guy that can come in and just start right away. And usually, now I know it didn't happen for the Denver Broncos last year. Jahdae Barron sat behind Jaquan McMillan and Riley Moss. But usually your first-round draft pick, whether he's the first pick of the NFL draft or 32nd pick, he's going to play that year. He's going to probably start. He's a first-round draft pick getting paid money to play.
I had to buy a Shedeur Sanders perfect timing shirt because of this.
You look good in it too, man. I remember that day. So no, Z, I don't believe that we're going to see the Denver Broncos move back up into the first round and draft a player. I think that if you see any movement from the Denver Broncos, it's to move up in the second round to get a player that they really like.
See, this is more of what I'm thinking for Friday.
Am I speaking your language?
Yeah, I think you are, because we talk about this. It's all second round picks aren't created equally, right? The Broncos, they pick late in the second round. And when we were talking about these, positional pathways for the Broncos' second-round pick to start, it's very unlikely, after talking it out position by position, it's very unlikely that this rookie is going to start on this 14-win team in the Super Bowl window. Probably just not going to happen. But that becomes even more so with your fourth-round pick, with your fifth-round pick, with your sixth, seventh-round pick. So I think that the Broncos could be in a scenario, because of what we talked about, because of where this roster is actually at, and because whatever we said about the second-round pick starting is doubly and triply true for the later round picks, you could see a scenario where this organization is in such a good spot from a roster standpoint, because they have 7 picks, I believe.
Yep, they got 7 picks after the Jalen Waddle trade.
Do I think 7 rookies are going to make the team? I don't,
No.
Phil. I don't. So I think you could see a scenario, because the Broncos roster is in such a good spot to package some of these picks. Your second-round pick, which is the 62nd overall pick, you have 2 fourth-round picks, taking one of those, maybe even a later round pick, and move up to the top of the second round. I think there's a real case to be made. Try to go get, if 7 rookies aren't going to make the team, try to take some of these picks and go get a more premium blue chip talent at the top of the second, as opposed to picking at the end of the second.
Now you're talking my language, Z. You're right. There's going to be 7 draft picks, and all 7 are not going to make that team. I remember 2018 when I got to the Denver Broncos, and we were all in the meeting room, and VJ, Coach Vance Joseph, said it like this: first round, second round, and third round, those 3 rounds are going to make this team. But if you're a 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and undrafted, you have to earn your way on this team, and you will be cut if you're not good enough. That's telling you right there. And you're talking about VJ. I can't even imagine how Sean Payton's thinking about this. He does not care about a rookie. All he cares about is a vet, a guy that can come in if he needs to and he's young, that can help them win a Super Bowl now. So you're right. If you do have an opportunity to move up in the second round and get a guy that can truly play for you, truly start if he needs to, then you do that. And if you don't do it, and you're not moving up to get a guy higher in the second round, then maybe you bunch a couple of draft picks together in the late rounds and pick up another vet from another team. I keep on bringing up a running back, Alvin Kamara, where, hey, you try to get a trade done with him, give the New Orleans Saints back their 4th, bring in another veteran running back because you're all in, right? It doesn't have to be Alvin Kamara. That's just who's in my mind.
Yeah.
So if you feel like you need another vet to go behind the veterans that you have because it's a Super Bowl window, it's Super Bowl or bust type of year, then you can do that. You have the luxury because your team is well put together. Or move up in that draft seat like you want and get a guy that you can play if he needs to play right away.
Yeah, I'd say, like, if you're going to move up, I mean, and I know some people just do not want to hear the idea of drafting a running back in the second round for a second straight year.
We need a running back. So why would somebody be upset with it? We need running backs. Running backs go down fast. J.K. Dobbins hasn't been able to stay healthy. R.J. Harvey can't run in between the tackles like he needs to be a bell cow back. We need a running back.
Yeah, so I would be okay with that. Or go to the top of the second round and get someone like Max Clare. The Ohio State tight end, someone like that, and as opposed to just waiting for one of these guys to fall for you when 7 rookies ain't making this roster. They're just not.
Running back, tight end, inside linebacker, I'm going to be okay with any of those positions if you move up and get them because you're going to need them at some point during the year.
No doubt. And I would say the same question that I asked you, what percent?
Yeah, what percent would you think that the Denver Broncos would take a flyer and go into the first round again?
2%.
Oh, so I had 10, you had 2.
2, yeah. I just don't see it. I just do not see it. But I could be dead wrong. Dead wrong in the past. We'll see what happens tomorrow night as it unfolds in front of us. Okay, if you want to react to any of those conversations, you can hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. The legend grows when it comes to 2 members of the Colorado Avalanche. We'll talk about that. And what does recent history tell us about the Nuggets when they're tied in a series 1-1. We'll do a little history lesson coming up next.
Avs playoffs. Nuggets playoffs. It's beautiful. It's brutal. The ups, the downs. We're here to help you through it because we get it. We're just like you. You're going to yell at your TV. You're going to text your group chat in all caps. You're going to have opinions. Well, guess what? So do we. Lots of them. We're here to tell you the truth. We'll talk. We're saying what everyone's thinking out loud. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver's playoff headquarters.
You can't always predict what's next, but you can be ready for it in a BMW SUV. The performance-driven X1 comes built for every journey, while the X3's sporty design and innovative technology keep your drive connected. The X5 blends performance with a commanding presence, or make it even bigger with 3 rows of luxurious seating in the X7. For every road, there's an X built to drive it. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealer since 1975.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here for 5280 Exteriors. Have you heard of something called WUI compliance or Wildland Urban Interface? It's a new statewide standard in Colorado. Starting this year, every home will be assigned a fire risk category. Some building departments will begin enforcing WUI rules, so your next siding, decking, roofing, or window project may come with new requirements. Call 5280 Exteriors today, and they'll walk you through the updates, help you stay compliant, and find out what zone you're in. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
At Belco Credit Union, we want to make your dream renovation a reality. Maybe that means a modern kitchen upgrade or a luxurious new bathroom. With Belco's Home Equity Choice line, you can get easy access to funds with the freedom and convenience of a home equity line of credit, plus the security and stability of a home equity loan. Plus, Belco is also offering low rates for qualified borrowers. Learn more at belco.org/choiceline. Belco is an equal opportunity housing lender. Belco, banking for everyone.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. Call 720-459-HAIR. Advanced Hair.com.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Breaking news for your home. Wayday. Wayfair's big sale is almost here, and you can score the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Yes, you heard that right. 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Wayday long. We're talking outdoor furniture and essentials, rugs, and more. All at Wayfair, and all up to 80% off during Wayday. Shop Wayfair's Wayday from April 25th through 27th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
What's up, cousin?
I want a new phone. Have you seen any good deals?
Everyone has free phones, but when I switched to T-Mobile, I got more value and so much more.
Like streaming included.
And travel benefits.
And the best part? The price of your talk, text, and data is guaranteed for 5 years. Get more benefits and more value. At T-Mobile, families save and get a 5-year price guarantee. Switch now at T-Mobile.com. Qualifying plan requires price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com.
When you've been serving Colorado as long as I have, you see a lot of new law firms come and go. Many of them aren't even from here. They don't know Colorado law the way we do. I'm Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm. For 47 years, we've been fighting and winning for Coloradans. This is our home. We care about our community, and we care about the safety of every resident who lives here. So if you've been injured and need real Colorado experience on your side, call the Wilhite Law Firm, 303-GOOD-LAW. The Wilhite Law Firm, experience you can trust, results you can count on.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. Leading off with a big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
1 hour in the books. Quicker than a New York minute.
Here we go.
Hanging out with you here on a hump day. That first hour truly was a blur. We appreciate you guys rocking with. And, man, we just have so much going on right now in Colorado sports.
It's a lot. It's fun.
It's a blast.
But you know what, Z? I feel like I'm playing the games. Like, that's how I feel right now. I'm exhausted. I'm tired.
I'm tired, too.
I'm sore. What's going on? Why are my hamstrings sore? I'm not the one out there skating around and running on that damn court.
Man, oh man, oh man. So I know we spent some time, hour number one, reacting to the Avs last night, rightfully so. I want to get back into that. Do you want to do Avs right now, or do you want to do Nuggets, the history lesson?
Let's dive into the Avs and then the history lesson.
What do you think your biggest takeaway was last night?
Biggest takeaway is this Avs team is resilient. They're going to find ways to win the game no matter what. All right, they are more physical than I thought, Z. I'm going to be real. I didn't think the Avs had it in them to be physical consistently. But, man, there was a couple times where Manson was trying to take somebody's head off.
Holy smokes. Woo. Dude, hold on. What about Burnsy?
Oh, man, Burns.
Dude, Burnsy, tried to send Kopitar into retirement in game 2. Literally. And
he said there's only one old man that can be on this ice.
Man, oh man, and it was who did he catch? Oh my gosh, hold on, I'll think of his name in just a second. But he caught him for the second game in a row. Starts with an L. Lawton.
Yes,
dude. You
talking about Manson, right?
No, Burnsy.
Oh, Burns.
Yeah. Did Manson get him too? Anyway, it was just bodies were flying around. I thought an all-out brawl was going to happen after they went high on Netchus. I thought they went high on Netchus.
So people
they
you
knocked
got
him out of the
half
game.
that think that he went high. You have half that think it was a clean shot because it's the playoffs. Honestly, Z, I'm on the side of I don't think it was a dirty hit. I don't think so, and especially when you start to look at Manson. If Manson would have done that exact same thing, would people be calling it dirty? Well, they would be like, "Hey, it's Manson taking somebody out."
Man, maybe I am sensitive to it because it was the Avs, and of all people, it was my guy Netchus.
It was the Marty party,
baby. And I your skates got to stay on the ice, and I thought one of those skates, he's up on a toe, trying to go up high and
lay my man out,
buzz the tower, and they did, knocked him out of the game. And he obviously came back in the game and had the most important assist of the evening in that just filthy apple to Gabe, who puts it away. So, yeah, the resilience, that's
my take on it, man. It's two games. It's going to be these close games because of how physical it is, how the Kings play, their style, where they're going to muck it up. We know that, and they clog the neutral zone. And the Avs are still finding ways to win. And it's not the top line. It's not the top 6Z. Now, although it is, it was Gabe being able to finish it off, to tie it back up. But then you got Wall. That's coming out of nowhere and actually is having a really good series so far. And Chris McFarland acquired him this year, coming up big for us. All right, it was LOC who has been hurt all year long, coming up big for his game one. It's those type of guys that are coming up big for the Colorado Avalanche, and it's only a matter of time before your boy Marty, all right, Netjes, decides to turn it on. He needs to stop being so passive. That's my take on Marty Netjes. When you have a chance to shoot, just shoot. Shoot or shoot. That's what we always talk about in basketball, and this is the exact same thing in hockey. You are a scorer, Netjes. Find ways to score. It's not going to always look pretty. Stop looking for that perfect shot and try to get shots on goal. That's all I care about.
Well, I'll say this to what you just said. He did have 4 shots on goal in the very first period. So he has been good. He's just not breaking through. He's just not. And he did finish with 5 shots, which, by the way, led all forwards, led the team.
Yep.
So he's getting shots, but they're
not falling for him yet.
Well, this is like last year. All the criticism that was coming his way last year, that you're getting nothing from Marty. But like when you watch the games, he is hyper active. But it's about results, right? It's not. You're in the postseason. It's not. Obviously you want to see good process, but that's not. You got to see the results. So
what's your big take from last night?
Yeah, I think that I'll just piggyback on yours. I thought they actually played their best hockey in the last 6 minutes of the game after the Kings put their tally on the board. And I wasn't overly impressed with the overtime period. Just in general, I'd be lying if I said I was just impressed with them in general. But they're finding ways to win. And we talk about this through the regular season and already through the postseason. Like the Avs can really switch styles. Styles make fights. Well, they can box righty. They can go southpaw. And this is not. Now they're saying, a lot of these guys are saying, well, we like this hockey. Given the choice, the Avalanche are just a little bit more high octane.
Yeah,
they want
finesse.
The puck on their stick. But you say finesse like it almost has a bad connotation.
No,
especially in hockey.
For sure. I guess I don't want to disrespect anybody, but finesse means just like, to me, it's like you are technically sound. You know how to get in and out. You want, like you said, you want the puck on your stick. Right? You're better that way. You're not going to muck it up. You're not going to just sit there and be aggressive and physical.
The dump and chase stuff over and over.
Yeah, exactly. I look at the Nuggets the same way. They're not like the Minnesota Timberwolves, where Timberwolves are going to be physical. They're going to be aggressive. That's their identity. I don't look at the Avs and say your identity is being hard-nosed, tough, and playing just defense and no offense, and that's why I say finesse.
Yeah, well, we know they're organically a little bit more high-flying than this.
Yeah.
But a win is a win, right? You're up 2-0. I don't think every round is going to look like this. Do you think every game remaining in the series will have this sort of flavor, or ultimately do the Avs break out into the full form of themselves?
I believe that the Kings gave the Avs their best shot last night, and that's all they have left in the tank. I see this going differently in this third game. I see Forsberg breaking a little bit more. There's only a matter of time before that man could keep having these crazy saves. And they're there.
Brilliant,
he
Phil.
is brilliant. And he's been brilliant for 2 games. But can you weather the storm? Can you keep this up when you have some of the best skaters in the world coming after you, line after line? And I don't believe that's going to be the case. I can see the Avs breaking through on the road where they have like a 5-1 game coming here soon.
I hope so. I hope it comes crashing down. Like that pane of glass on the head of DJ Smith.
Ooh, man.
The interim coach there for the Kings, who by the way, and he's lucky, all that glass going behind into your shirt and stuff,
yeah.
And
into your back.
I've never seen anything quite like that, in the way that it happened. Now, you watch hockey long enough, you're going to see glass break. It's very rare, but you do see it. But it's almost always in the corners, 220-pound guys both slamming into it. Not the fans doing it. That was nuts. But by the way, their interim head coach, DJ Smith, once upon a time, wore an Avalanche sweater and played for the Avs. Had a cup of coffee about 22 or maybe 23 years ago.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, he played here maybe I don't know, 30, 40 games. His first ever game with the Avs, he dropped the gloves and got in a fight, and the team that he was playing was the Kings.
Your identity is just like your coach's.
So
right, when your coach wants you to be, feisty and physical. That's what you're going to be. And he looks like a type of guy that was feisty and physical.
Yeah. And going ahead of game 2, he said we need to get meaner. I could not believe gloves weren't dropped last night in that first period. I mean, that was the temperature in that game was hot.
Who had Kel in the headlock? Somebody had Kel in the headlock.
They
on
did.
The ice.
They did. I'm forgetting who was Kempe in game number 1. Roughing him up.
It's been a rough one.
I'm just surprised it didn't spill really over. And then Sam Malinsky. So for the second consecutive game, the Avs think that they score a goal that's waved off. In game number 1, it was Logan O'Connor because of goalie interference.
Yep.
And then in game number 2, Malinsky in the third period thinks that they have a goal. And it's so crazy how everyone could see it and think that you scored. Like, play stopped, you're celebrating. It's like, dude, that puck never went in the net. It's just weird. Nichushkin, shorthanded, rattles one off the crossbar. Cale Makar rattles one off a
they're
post.
Coming, Z. They're coming. It just has to break through.
Yeah. So Nick Waugh was the hero last night. But I think that two guys, their legend sort of grows. And one is Gabe. There you are, man. You cannot buy one. And you're down 1-0, under 7 minutes left in the game. And I'm not saying it was the highest degree of difficulty of his career, because it certainly wasn't. Really,
right there at the right spot.
Marty put it on a platter for him. But yes, you were right place, right time, and you do have to convert it. You do. And we saw a lot of great process last night and just not breaking through. That wasn't just a Marty Netsch's thing for the Avs in general, just not converting. And so that was just massive. And seeing him let out that primal scream, and it comes from the captain, it's just awesome. It's just awesome. And then the other guy, Scott Wedgwood, like, this guy is quickly becoming, like, he's carving his own unique niche.
The Great Wall of Wedgie.
In Denver sports history, man.
The man has been awesome. All right, since game 1, game 2 has done the same thing. The confidence is getting bigger and bigger. His teammates are even more confident in him. Bednar is more confident in him. I mean, you got people chanting his name. And he's even talked about it. Like, when you're out there and it matters the most, and people are chanting your name because you're making these crazy saves, and the reason why you're able to stay 0-0 is because of you. I mean, Wedgwood is doing some big stuff, and I know it's only been 2 games, but this is where it starts. We can only talk about the 2 games that have been played. Our game 3 has not been played yet, but I guarantee you Scott Wedgwood is going to be in between the pipes game 3. There is not going to be any more of this going back and forth with the goalies. Wedgie is the man until he's not.
Man, no pushback from me, and there hasn't been pushback from me on this for a while. I think we've made this a little bit harder than it has to be, and I know Bednar is trying to walk that razor's edge and saying the right stuff, and we're going to continue to have a tandem. I don't think so. This is too important, and these games are too tight. Like, could you imagine if someone like Blackwood's, he's fine, but, like, man, you might lose that game. You might be going to Los Angeles with your confidence dinged if it's Mackenzie Blackwood in net last night instead of Scott Wedgwood, because it wasn't just the guys in front of him. Scott Wedgwood was playing above the X's and O's last night.
Standing on that head.
And to have 0 5-on-5 goals through 2 games of a playoff series is nuts. It's just nuts. And by the way, to have one of the measly 2 goals, one of them is a 6-on-4. So there's even context to half of the goals you've given up. I mean, I don't know. This guy has just been dynamite. And one of the bigger moments of the night, which led to the glass shattering and basically an extra intermission, was the monster stave on Quinton Byfield, who's the best player that the Kings have. And he gets a penalty shot. And he should have not gotten a penalty shot.
No, that was bullcrap.
Dude, it was a great stick check by Cale Makar. Man, if you're going to call that in that moment in the postseason, dude, you better be sure.
Yeah, it's ticky-tack.
It was way too ticky-tack. But they get a freebie, so you have this team that it's almost impossible for them to score, and they get a penalty shot for just the 3rd time in the history of any Colorado Avalanche postseason. Just the 3rd ever in the history of the team, a penalty shot in a playoff game. The first one was, it's happened twice. Johnny Gaudreau and who is the other one? I'll remember it in a second. But it almost never happens. And then here you have a freebie, and for Scott Wedgwood to just to deliver a highlight save in that moment.
Man, I was jumping up and down on that one.
That was nuts.
I got crunk. I was over there shaking. I was like, let's go, Wedge. I got crunk.
Oh, man.
I was crumping. Let's go.
Man, that was freaking awesome.
That was big time, man. That got everybody going. That got the crowd going. Of course, the glass breaks because you're pounding on it so damn hard. And for Scott Wedgwood, I think that's when he said, oh, I'm him. Like this is gonna go really well for me the rest of the night because of this. All right, if I can sit here and make a save like that, knowing how hard it is to make that type of save in this big time moment, where the Kings are like, hey, look, if we can score this goal, we'll really just muck it up and force them to try to score if they can. And Scott Wedgwood comes through with it. Come on.
Well, he's allowed only 2 goals here on 50 shots. Both have been on a power play, and like I said, one of them was a 2-man advantage there in game number 1. If there is a complaint, and there is, it's special teams. Again, 0 for 4 in game number 1, 0 for 3 yesterday. And yesterday was so annoying because they were on the power play multiple times and committing penalties and just nullifying a man advantage. It's just, again,
sloppy.
You got away with it against the Kings in the first round. You don't want to make that a habit, but unfortunately, this is what we are dealing with through 2 games. So it's the Avs' first 2-0 series lead since the Stanley Cup final back in 2022. It's been years, guys. It's been years since the Avs had a team down 0-2. And so it's super encouraging. And I know we mentioned it at the top, but it deserves to be mentioned again. You have a 2-0 series lead for the first time in a presidential term with no goals from Nathan MacKinnon, no goals from Cale Makar, no goals from Val Nichushkin, no goals from Brock Nelson, and no goals from Marty Netchus. Crazy.
You're still winning.
Crazy.
The hero of the first game, LOC. Hero of the second game, Mr. Wah. Come on, Z.
Yep.
This is what playoffs are all about.
Yep. And by the way, the Kings, their measly 2 goals in 2 games has come from the same person.
The bread man.
That's it. So the 4 scorers for the Avs, Leckie, O'Connor, Landy, and Wah. All right, really good stuff. If you want to react to any of that, you can hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. Okay, shifting gears, history lesson here. History lesson.
I'm ready for it.
What does the Jokic era of Denver Nuggets basketball tell us when the Nuggets are in this exact position? Now, I'm not saying anything with this following sort of history lesson other than I just want to pass along the history. The best way to predict the future is to look at the past, but it's not gospel, all right? It's just history. So the first time, and the following is only when the Denver Nuggets are tied 1-1 in a series.
All right, I'm ready.
Any other series gets thrown out. I'm only acknowledging when the Nuggets are tied 1-1 after 2. The first time it ever happened was 2018-19. It was in the first round against the San Antonio Spurs. It was 1-1, and the Nuggets won that series in 7. Okay? But they lost Game 3. In the second round, it happened again against Portland in the 18-19 season, and the Nuggets lost in 7, and they lost Game 3.
Okay.
The Nuggets were tied 1-1 back in the 2019-2020 season in the first round against the Jazz. All right, it was tied 1-1, and the Denver Nuggets won in 7, but they lost Game 3.
So far right now, all the things you listed, they've lost in Game 3. The Denver Nuggets have lost in Game 3.
0 for 3 so far.
0 for 3.
Okay, and of course, the Nuggets famously and historically come back from a 3-1 deficit. In the next round, it was the Clippers. They were also 1-1 after 2 in that 2019-2020 season. The Nuggets, again, famously won in 7 and became the first team ever, the first and only team ever in the history of the sport to come back from multiple 3-1 deficits. But they lost Game 3.
0-4.
The 2020-2021 season, in the first round, it was the Portland Trailblazers. Okay? The series was tied 1-1. After 2, the Denver Nuggets won in 6, and they won Game 3.
All right.
The Nuggets were tied again the next year in 2022-2023 in the NBA Finals after 2 games against the Miami Heat. They ended up winning that series in 5, and they won Game 3. And then in 2024, 2025, it was in the first round with the Clippers. You'll remember this. It was 1-1 after 2. They won that series in 7, but they lost Game 3. And then it happened again the next round against the Oklahoma City Thunder last year. They were tied 1-1 after 2 games, and they lost in 7, but they won Game 3. So
what's that record right there?
So in review, because I know I just threw out a bunch of information.
Yeah.
When the Denver Nuggets are tied in a series, 1-1 in the Jokic era, it's happened 8 times. They have gone on to win that series 6 of the 8 times. They are 6-2. All right? That's the history. And it's pretty significant. 6-2 in 8 series tied is significant. But their record in Game 3s when the series is tied 1-1 after 2 is 3-5.
So is this why maybe like Jake and then even you, I don't know how you feel about Game 3, but there's a lot of people out there that don't feel good about Game 3 for the Denver Nuggets coming up.
I do not feel good about Game 3.
So you don't either?
I do not.
You got that bad gut feeling?
I do not. I do not have a good feeling. And just historically, when you go,
they've defended home ice.
That just scared the hell out of me.
I started shaking like a stripper, dude.
Oh, my gosh. Dante, what happened back there?
Dude.
I have no idea. I was typing on the computer. I don't know if you looked at me. I don't know. The board's been weird. Kevin warned me when I came in. I don't know if you noticed. There's been a couple commercial breaks where it takes like 2-3 seconds to fire.
Yeah, I noticed that in the first hour.
Yeah, same thing. So I
the
think
board's
being a little weird. So we might have to call IT down here.
Dude.
Yeah, call them.
I just jumped, like, if we have that on camera, because we're on film here these days, I just jumped out of my skin.
See, what's that smell over there?
Oh, my gosh. Luckily, nothing touched cotton back there, but holy smokes, that scared the hell out of me.
Oh, call IT and not it. We don't need the clown popping up on us now.
Gosh, goodness gracious. So just in review.
Yeah, review, because I was so deep into this, man. The history.
When the Nuggets are tied 1-1 after 2 games, they have gone on to win the series 6 out of the 8 times it's happened. But in game 3s, when it's tied, they have lost 5 of the 8 games for a record of 3-5. So, and then just historically, when you go on the road, even if whether it's 0-2, 2-0, 1-1,
yeah, it doesn't matter.
That first game in that lower seeds barn, it's going nuts. The fans tomorrow night are going to be an 11 out of 10, and their 2-pointers feel like 3s. Their 3s feel like 4s. And so we'll see. Regardless, I told you yesterday, I think the Denver Nuggets are winning this series.
Yeah.
But yes.
You had it in 6. Now, I don't know if you moved it. For me, I'm moving it to Game 7. All right, it's going to 7 when it comes to the Wolves. It's a rivalry. All right, it's a rivalry. You have Ant-Man it seems like he's getting healthier. He's starting to find himself a little bit. Rudy Gobert is feeling himself, and he has had success so far in 2 games against Jokic. And this is what it's all about. It's going to be a physical game, and I can see it going to a Game 7.
All right, that's kind of where I'm at. And later in the show, we're actually going to pick the pathway of the series, game by game. And we'll see how it holds up to what actually unfolds here over the next week and a half or so. All right, if you guys want to respond or react to any of these conversations, you can hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. Okay, I didn't think we could regret the Nuggets Game 2 collapse more than we already did, but something happened last night that did exactly that, and we'll talk about it next.
They've defended home ice and seized control of the series. The Colorado Avalanche stunned the Kings, riding an overtime dagger from Nicolas Roy to grab a 2-0 lead. 2 wins down, 14 to go. Now the stage shifts west, where the noise gets louder and the pressure cranks up. A trip to Hollywood is next, and the Avalanche are coming with momentum, confidence, and a stranglehold on the series. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, Denver's playoff headquarters.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Lowest rate for life. It's our trademarked and most innovative product in the entire mortgage industry. Lock in your savings today, and if rates fall in the future, even as little as 0.5%, we will redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee. Always have the best rate and maximize your savings. It's only at U.S. Mortgages, and our number says it all. 303 low rate. That's 303 low rate, or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Soda weight loss is state of the art. You've heard me say that for years and years now. Why? Because it's so true. And SodaDietNutrition.com is the website you need to go to, or call them up 1-866-800-SODA. Listen, I lost 60 pounds a few years ago with SodaDietNutrition.com, and I'm never going back. Haven't gained the weight back. Why? Because I know how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. All thanks to my friends at Soda Weight Loss. Soda Diet and Nutrition. You can join Soda for a short time to have results that last a lifetime. Join now, and your partner joins free. It's 2 people with real accountability for the price of 1. Online, SodaDietNutrition.com, or call them up 1-866-800-SODA. And just having that real nutritionist, having that program in place to help you lose the weight, it means everything. And right now, when your partner can join for free, with you get 2 people, real accountability, the price of 1, it's a no-brainer. SodaDietNutrition.com is where you need to go. Soda Diet Nutrition, they're state of the art.
How was your break?
It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.
That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code THRIVE25 for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code THRIVE25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill-up. That's THRIVE25.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Hey, what's up? It's Zach here. And if you're looking for your new go-to spot in Centennial, the Basketball Social House is it. Award-winning food and drinks, an incredible weekend brunch, and a brand new sports bar entertainment space where you can catch every Colorado game. Even if you're not playing, it's a great hang. But if you are, their private basketball suites are unreal. Full court, lounge, music, TVs, the whole setup. And because you're hearing this from me, get half off your first private basketball suite rental. Just use code HALFOFFHOOPS. Trust me, you're going to love this place.
Draft weekend is here, and there's zero time to mess with your lawn. At Waterloo Turf, they help Denver homeowners trade yard work for game time. No mowing, no watering, no mud on game day. Just green, championship-level lawn all season long. Perfect for watch parties, pets, and backyard get-togethers. From backyards to putting greens, Waterloo Turf installs premium artificial turf built for Colorado. Visit waterlooturf.com/Denver and book your free consultation. Waterloo Turf. Get your Saturdays back, and don't miss the pick.
Now is the best time to buy. Get ahead of the competition and get the deal you want on the home you really want. Maximize your savings with lowest rate for life, and if the market does improve, we can save you money without any additional lender fees or appraisal fees. We're here for you today and tomorrow and celebrating 30 years of helping homeowners with expanded approvals, low rates, credit improvements, and more. Call U.S. Mortgages at 303-LOW-RATE.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126.
Want to partake in our contests? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com.
Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, the Rock has come back to Denver.
Take your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on the drive.
All right, let's come off the top rope with it! All righty. By the way, if you guys just caught that in the previous segment, we were winding down. I'm in the middle of a sentence and
Giving us a history lesson.
And getting asked about Game 3, and I'm like, well, historically, and I'm it's serious, and there's something going wrong with our board behind the scenes. And so, and when I say board, like when you think of like a music studio or any kind of radio station, all like the huge board with all the buttons and twisty turny things, and it's got its own personality today. So something fired, and we call it imaging. It's the big voice guy, like, and dude, me and Phil jumped out of our skin, and we just went back and watched the video. And our guy Alex is going to clip it and post it for on social media.
Oh man!
Yeah, it's pretty
fastest
funny,
we moved
man.
in a long time, huh?
You're not kidding, man. You're not kidding. Scared the hell out of me. All right. So I said going into the last break, I didn't think we could regret the Nuggets game 2 collapse more than we already did, but something happened last night that did exactly that. Did you see Victor Wembanyama?
Man,
literally get knocked out on the court and lay there for a second unconscious?
I mean, Z, that was scary. That was scary. And in my head, I'm like, damn, he didn't even put his hands to kind of help him out. He couldn't. And it's just straight face to court. Like that right there, scary. He's just sitting there, not moving.
I don't know. I can't remember. I can't think of another example when someone got literally knocked out on a basketball court and laid like unconscious for a couple seconds.
I mean,
that's rare.
You know, you think it would happen more because there's no padding.
Right.
Like this hard ground. They're diving on the floor. They're getting pushed.
Yep.
But you're right. I can't think of another time something like what just happened to Wemby happened to somebody else.
And then to boot, the Spurs go on to lose, and they should have won even without Wemby. They should have won, but they blew it. And so here we were talking yesterday, man, what a missed opportunity, because these the series with Oklahoma City and San Antonio, they're not going to go long. And here Portland is stealing game 2. That series is tied 1-1 going back to Portland. And I'm just, again, like the missed opportunity for Denver, it really last night only magnified it for me, because that's who you're going to play in the second round if you do advance to the second round.
Yeah, definitely, Z. And to be honest with you, when I look at the Spurs, it's like it should happen to them. They're young. They're trying to figure things out. They're going to blow leads. It shouldn't be happening to the Denver Nuggets.
No.
Not with the guys that are on that court, not with the backups like Tim Hardaway Jr. and even JV. All right, there's too many guys on this team, too many vets to be blowing games. But for the Spurs, man, yeah, they got to watch out. And we don't know when Wemby's coming back. Has that been, he has to pass through protocol, and that was a scary fall.
Yep, it was, certainly. And luckily for Wemby and the Spurs, this is not one of the every other night setups, as they're going to travel to Portland and have 72 hours in between games, and he gets that extra 24 hours to get right and clear concussion protocol. But, yeah, there's nothing written in stone that says Wemby is coming back for Game 3. And I'm wondering, could Portland legitimately stress San Antonio? And, man, this is why I said, a month or whatever it was ago, San Antonio's not winning the championship this year.
They're not ready.
And it's losses like that. You have not learned enough lessons to get to the mountaintop just yet. So we'll see what that series looks like. They'll play again in a few days. We'll see if Wemby plays. But could Portland actually win that series?
Oh.
Could they actually win that series?
That would be insane if Portland finds a way to win the series. But you know what? No Wemby. We don't know when he's coming back. If they get down and they're stressing and they're still young, they haven't been through a lot just yet, they don't have those battle scars built up, it could happen. It could happen.
Scoot Henderson, man, he was so good last night. A former, top pick, not the top pick, but he was the third overall pick back in 2023. His stock has been mostly down, but he was great with a capital G last night in that upset over San Antonio. And then in another Western Conference series, the Lakers, pull ahead of the Rockets and take a 2-0 series lead. It's LeBron James. I mean, this guy, not saying he's doing it all for him, all right, because a lot of guys are chipping in, like Marcus Smart going for 25 points, Luke Kennard on a heater, but LeBron James at his age, 41 years old, to be in a playoff series where he's the best player on his team that has a 2-0 lead, and he's going for 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists, plus a steal at 41. It's like, it's insane.
It is insane. I mean, as much as I don't like LeBron James anymore, and I used to like him a lot, especially when he was a rookie and it was with the Cavs, he's doing everything he can. He's doing everything he can without Reeves and Luka.
Well, we'll see what that series continues to look like here. And then elsewhere, just a crazy stat here before we shift gears. LeBron, crazy stat on how great LeBron is, all right? 25 5-5 playoff games. LeBron, after turning 30 years old, has 80 playoff games of 25 5-5. After turning 30. Now, I know people are busy and you're moving around and you're in the car, you're working. 25 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He has had 80 of those games in the postseason after the age of 30.
Man, it's consistent.
Before the age of 30, he had 75 games like that. That means he's had more 25 5-5 games beyond the age of 30 that he ever had before the age of 30 in the postseason. And for context, to make it even crazier, is this stat from Michael all ages here? Michael Jordan had 73 postseason games of 25 5-5 in his career. Like we said, LeBron has 80, so more than Jordan, but after the age of 30. I hope I'm making sense here because there's a lot of numbers and it's convoluted.
If it makes sense to me, it's going to make sense to everybody else. Okay. It makes sense.
Okay. And then the Sixers, out of left field, stunned the Celtics last night by double figures, and that series is at 1-1. So, man,
it's not just us.
It's not just the Denver Nuggets.
I feel better. I feel a little bit more calmer because of that. Because Boston Celtics, I think we all can agree, we think that they're going to get to the finals. Now, for Denver, they got to find their way. But, man, it's not just us.
Okay, it's not just us. Okay, next in the 3 count.
1, 2.
All right, and we know you're not hearing music like you normally do. We are troubleshooting back here. I have no idea what's next here. I really don't.
Get ready.
I don't know if we're going to be able to go to break or anything. I have no idea. But next in the 3 count, did you see the fan at the Rockies-Padres game last night.
Did I see him sign the man?
He said sign him.
Sign the man. The Rockies need him.
An all-time catch. Have you guys ever seen anything like that in a baseball game behind the glass? Because I have not. I've never seen a catch quite like that. Someone risking their
life,
but yet risking their body, risking their life. It was like an OBJ-style catch, but going down. Like going down the stands.
It could have been bad for that fan, man. Could have broke his neck, broke something on his leg, his body. And my man had the beer in his hand still. If you watch it, he still has his beer in his hand. He has the ball. I wonder if he was feeling good. I wonder if he's feeling good. That's the only way you would do something like that.
Right. You're a little bit lubed up, and that was nuts. Have you guys ever seen anything quite like that?
I mean, every once in a while you get a great catch in the stands like that, but that was an all-timer. That guy had no
regard
for his own body at all. He's like, no, I'm catching this baseball no matter what.
Drew, you ever see anything like that?
I've never seen anything like that. It's crazy. And the first thing I thought of was like, why? It's a baseball that you could go buy at a store. Like,
yeah, but now we're talking about it today.
It's a viral moment. We're talking about it today, but I'm like, man, you could have hurt yourself.
Totally could have broke his neck.
Bad. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, it's crazy to see. I mean, good for him if you want to do that, but I'm just like, why? What's the point of doing that?
Hey, sign him.
Drew has no love for the game.
Sign him. He loves the game too much.
Oh my gosh! But you'll have that moment for the rest of your life. Like he'll be able to show your kids, like, guys, like this is what you're capable of when you get older. Throwing yourself down the stands to catch his baseball.
This is what you're gonna be able to look up to,
oh
right?
My
look
gosh.
forward to as you get older.
Dude, the Rockies need to give him something. Like you need to hook him up, at least a neck brace. At least give him a neck brace.
Neck brace
after that fall. All right, next in the 3 count.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my gosh! No Denver sports tonight. No Denver sports tonight. We get the double dip tomorrow.
We still got the Rockies though.
I had to laugh. I turned on the morning show for a second this morning. I was listening to Mike and Stoke in hour number 1, and Mike's like, "Hey, would you rather the games be separated so they're not on the same night, and so there's one tonight?"
Yeah.
And I forget what Stoke said. And because mostly what he says is forgettable, but then Evans goes, honestly, like, I'm happy they're not tonight. I need a break. I'm like, Mike, we're 2 games into the first round. We're literally 2 games into the first round. I need a break.
But listen, in Mike's defense, like they got to get up real early in the morning. So I mean, that game wrapped up what 11:55 last night.
Like
he's got to be here by 6 a.m.
Drew, we're 2 games into the first round of the post. This is what we do.
We've
waited
old,
for this period.
You know,
hey, Mike is acting like the Denver Nuggets. They're already tired, and it's only been 2 games.
Oh my! He is the fans' hockey guy. So talk about wildly disappointing.
Yes. Mike, what did you think of Gabe Landeskog scoring that equalizer last night?
He has been an underachieving disappointment.
Man, oh man.
Gosh, there was a couple people online that were like, I wonder where that guy is right now. Talk about Mike.
Wait, can you repeat that? I had something in my ear.
No, you're good. I said, actually, there was a couple people online after Gabe scored his goal that were talking about Mike, and like, I wonder what he's doing right now.
I love it.
Like, he's probably in bed.
All right. If you want to hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line, you can, 303-713-1043. Real quick, what will you do with your night tonight with no Denver sports?
I'm going to watch Ted Lasso. My wife has been forcing me to watch Ted Lasso, and actually, it's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Show?
Show.
Yes.
Show, and just spend time with her. It's just been me on the couch by myself. She's been asleep. The kids are down, which is better for me because now I can just focus.
Sure.
And tonight's just going to be me and her and me.
All right. What are you guys doing behind the glass? What are you doing tonight with no Denver sports?
Got Suns Thunder.
Oh, Suns Thunder.
I can't wait to hopefully we don't get blown out.
What's that spread, like 17?
17.5.
All right. Lay them. Drew? Drew, what are you doing tonight?
I will be watching the Rockies and probably watch a little bit of the Rapids game as well. The Rapids are playing LAFC at 8:30 tonight.
All right.
Because I'm a sicko.
All right. I am going to Night of Champions to hear the tales of Super Bowl 50 and hopefully have some good, fun nuggets to bring back in to tomorrow's show.
Tell us all the dark stories.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what gets said maybe for the first time tonight. All right. Shifting gears, are we seeing the signs of a rising star in Denver sports? We'll get to it next.
So now we find out. The Nuggets lose home court. A monster first quarter slips away. And when the fourth quarter came, the buckets didn't. Now it's tied 1-1, and the road gets real. This is the moment playoff teams show you who they are. How does Denver respond? Do the Nuggets answer the pressure or feel it? Can they respond to disappointment in another team's building? Game 3, Minnesota. What happens next? Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver's playoff headquarters.
Hey, what's up, guys? Zach here on behalf of my friends at the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Talking to you fellas out there, if you've been wandering around the house lately, wondering why you're tired, foggy, unmotivated, somehow gaining weight, even though your diet consists of mostly air and regret, you may be dealing with low T, all right? Low testosterone. A lot of guys just blame it on getting older. But let's be real. You shouldn't feel like you need a nap after tying your shoes, all right? So if your workouts feel more like warm-ups, your sleep is trash, your sex drive has gone missing, like it's in witness protection, all right, it's time to get checked out. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, they use advanced medical strategies, TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more to help you get your energy back, improve sleep, boost your workouts, shed pounds. Guys, the appointment is just $99. That includes a medical consult plus a T and PSA test, and if you start treatment that day, your visit's free. All right, so go take the low T quiz. All right, takes you less than 2 minutes. You can start the conversation at 720-440-7900 or simply go online to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Are you one of those people who dread going to the dentist? If so, have you tried sedation dentistry? Learn more about sedation dentistry at coloradosedation.com. Sit back, relax, and dream with the most experienced sedation dentist and staff at Clarkson Dental.
I'm Rob Wilhite. For almost 50 years, Colorado has trusted the Wilhite Law Firm after serious car accidents. With over $1 billion recovered, we know how to win for our community. Injured? Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's WilhiteWins.com.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. In a world where dealerships come and go, one name has stood the test of time. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet, proudly serving Colorado since 1987 as the longest owned Chevy dealer in the state. From a huge selection of new Chevys to quality pre-owned vehicles, plus a team committed to treating you right, it's no wonder generations of Colorado drivers keep coming back. To see all the specials, visit BozarthAuto.com today. Again, that's BozarthAuto.com. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet. Experience you trust, service you deserve since 1987.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
They'll tell you marketing is complicated, that you need a dozen platforms, 100 dashboards, and a prayer. Forget that. Your customers are right here, listening to this station. Heck, you are right now. Tonight, they're streaming Denver's biggest games. Tomorrow, they're locked into the most talked about podcasts on the planet. We put you in all of it. Radio, streaming, TV, audio, one team, clear data, real results. We've been growing businesses like yours for years. Visit DenverSports.com and click the Advertise with Us button. That's DenverSports.com. Let's get to work.
Hey, it's Zach here for 5280 Exteriors. Wildland Urban Interface is the new Colorado standard. It could affect your next siding, decking, roofing, or window project. 5280 Exteriors can help you identify your fire risk zone, stay compliant, and protect your home.
Running a small business means juggling a lot. Your network has to handle it all. That's where a fiber-only provider falls short. You need a partner who gives you a greater advantage. Introducing the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A first-ever combination of the largest, fastest fiber-powered network, the most reliable Wi-Fi, gig speeds with equipment and security included, and a 5-year price lock. Plus, it's all backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. The Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business. A new standard for small business with reliability, security, and savings in one. Switch today. Get started with a great offer as low as $60 a month. When you add it all up, no one does business like Comcast Business.
Offer ends 6/1/26. New customers only. Requires 300 megabits per second internet and security edge. 1-year agreement, eco-bill, and autopay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA Fixed Broadband Experience Report, May 2025.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is boards. BOARDS. Text boards to 303-713-1043 right now, and you could win a $50 Dick's Sporting Goods gift card and qualify for the $1,000 grand prize. That's boards to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, rolling right along here on a Wednesday. So much going on.
We don't roll on a Wednesday. We hump through the day, see? We hump through it.
Happy hump day to all of you out there. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. I said going into the last break, Phil, are we seeing the signs of a rising star in Denver sports?
Who could that be? We talk about Bo Nix. He's a rising star. I know we're not talking about Bo right now. All right, there's no rising star. Payton Watson from the Denver Nuggets, rising star right there, right in front of our eyes, hopefully.
Hopefully.
And then for the Avs, I mean, they don't have a rising star. They just got stars.
Is Bo Nix a star right now?
Rising. All right, he's getting there. He's a quarterback.
So he's a franchise quarterback, but not a star.
You know, I guess for a star, you gotta shine a little bit brighter than 2 years.
What about winning the most games of any NFL career through the first 2 seasons of a career?
I mean, look, he's rising. He's a riser.
All right. The guy I'm talking about is Chase Dolander. You guys see this guy last night again?
Phenomenal, man.
Holy smokes. Like, you talk about electric. Chase Dolander, our young Rockies pitcher, former top pick in the draft just a couple years ago. So the Rockies lose last night 1-0 at Coors Field. Believe it or not, it's just the 4th time in franchise history that the Rockies lose 1-0 at home. The last time it happened was 20 years ago.
Ooh.
It just doesn't happen a lot. 2006 was the last time the Rockies lost 1-0.
1-0, that means great pitches is going on.
Yeah. Dude, Chase Dolander, 9 Ks. 9 strikeouts. Phil, it was just last week he struck out 9 Houston Astros. Yeah. So this is 18 strikeouts in the last 2 outings for young Chase Dolander. And the eye test on it is insane. I mean, he's making dudes look goofy out there.
And he's letting them know, too. By his demeanor, I mean, he's striking them out and he's walking off. Or he's looking at the dugout like, look what I just did. It's me. I'm him. It's just that he's just a different guy this year than last year. And, of course, you should be. All right, we know that Chase Dolander is a really good pitcher. We know that he took his lumps last year, especially at Coors Field.
Definitely.
But this is a new year. You grow. You get older. You start to understand what it takes to be a pitcher in the majors, right? So it's things like that help you out. And Chase Dolander is doing a phenomenal job right now with being consistent and doing his part.
Yeah, he's been electric, just flat out electric. The arm is so live, so fun to watch. You're right though. Last year, Coors Field really beat up Dolander. He had an ERA at home of 9.98. All right, 12 home runs allowed in 11 starts so far this season. All right, his ERA at just Coors is down from a 9.98 to 1.74. I mean, and again, it's early.
Yeah.
It's early. But again, I just look at, because with so much of the Rockies this year, it's not just about the results. You're trying to start a brand new process. But to actually be getting results like this from Chase Dolander, I mean, 24 years old, and then like the confidence, the swag.
That's what I'm saying.
Did you see what he said after the game?
Oh, yeah.
So this is in the locker room.
I love my pitcher's a little feisty.
This is Chase Dollander, 24-year-old righty, right? He's in the locker room after the game, and listen to this exchange.
That I'm dominant, and I can dominate any lineup.
Hold on. The question was, what did you learn about yourself tonight? All right, so the question's not in there, and this is what he said.
That I'm dominant, and I can dominate any lineup. I think it's, just a testament to everything I've been through, and the learning lessons I had last year and everything I did this offseason.
Not lacking in confidence.
My man said that I'm dominant.
What did you learn tonight? I'm dominant.
That I'm that damn good. I'm just good looking. like what?
My wife asked me almost every day, like, "Hey, how's the show?" If I just came on, I was like, "Dominant." I was dominant. You should have seen
like,
me.
Babe, look at me.
You should have seen me.
Look at me.
Behind that mic, man. I was dominant.
Why even ask?
So good, man.
But you know what he's doing? He's advocating for himself. He wants to be in the rotation, right? He's coming out of the bullpen, and he feels like he should be a part of this rotation. And time will tell. And for him, it's like, relax. All right, it's still early. We know that you can be dominant, but the thing isn't about being dominant. Can you be consistent? That's what we need from you. It's not going to always look like this, Dollander. It's not going to look like this, but can you be a consistent version of yourself? And you know what he would tell me? Yes. Come on now, I'm dominant.
Of course. And, obviously the Rockies lose 1-0. The Padres just kind of own the Rocks. Dating back to last season, the Padres are 15-3 against the Rockies. They've actually won 7 straight, 10 of their last 11. So this has been a really bad matchup, but it's unfortunate because the pitching was there. The pitching, guys, the Rockies struck out 15 Padres.
You should win. You should win if you strike out 15 Padres.
Or I guess a better way to say it, 15 strikeouts of the Padres. We'll see what we're in store for tonight. But Chase Dollander, the production is there, the eye test is there, no doubt. All right, the Denver Nuggets are deadlocked in their series with the Wolves. If you were to predict the path of the rest of the series, how windy does the road get? We'll do exactly that coming up next.
Start the clock. The Denver Broncos traded their first-round pick, but they could surprise us all and trade their way back into day one action. Join us at the Sportsbook Bar and Grill in Parker Thursday, April 23rd for the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan Draft Party, presented by Carrier Colorado. Zach By and Phillip Lindsay will broadcast live starting at 2 p.m. Brandon Stokely and Mark Schlereth join the action at 4. Then John Davis, Cecil Lammey, and NFL insider James Palmer take you through every first-round pick. We'll see you there. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey guys, boy Stink here today by my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if you can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house, all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-900-4433, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
The biggest savings of the year from the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver Metro. Groove Toyota. Limited time. During the over and above sales event. 53 pre-owned vehicles under $15,000. Visit GrooveToyota.com to see the selection. Don't wait. Find your groove with pre-owned vehicles under $15,000 at GrooveToyota.com. Start here. Go anywhere.
Offer expires 5/4/26. Not all will qualify. Restrictions apply. With approved credit, call 720-961-4465 for complete details.
2026 is shaping up to be an amazing year to buy a home in Colorado. If you've been dreaming about getting into your first place, upgrading for more space, or downsizing for a simpler lifestyle, now is a smart time to start planning. And the first step is easy. Get pre-approved. With American Financing, you can get it done in 24 hours or less, so you'll know exactly what you can afford before you start shopping. Rates have been dropping, home prices are steady, and more homes are hitting the market. You could score the right home at the right price and lock in a monthly payment that fits your budget without stretching yourself thin. And unlike renting, every payment you make goes toward your future, not your landlord's. And here's a misconception we'd love to bust. You do not need 20% down. Many buyers purchase with as little as 3% down. So if home ownership is on your 2026 goals list, let's make it happen. Call American Financing, Colorado's home for home loans, at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
What's up, cousin?
I want a new phone. Have you seen any good deals?
Everyone has free phones, but when I switched to T-Mobile, I got more value and so much more.
Like streaming included.
And travel benefits.
And the best part? The price of your talk, text, and data is guaranteed for 5 years. Get more benefits and more value. At T-Mobile, families save and get a 5-year price guarantee. Switch now at T-Mobile.com. Qualifying plan requires price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Hey, it's Phillip Lindsay here. During my football career, I've seen every kind of medical tech there is. I finally stopped ignoring my joint pain, and I want to tell you guys about RegenRx. They have a blueprint to recovery that is next level. From stem cells to shockwave therapy, it's non-surgical, and there's no downtime. Don't just settle for average results with outdated equipment. Go to a clinic that's leading the way. RegenRx offers free consultations, so you need to give them a call today at 303-630-9770 today, or visit regenrx.co and let them know that Phillip Lindsay sent you. Take back control of your life.
Plumbline Services, serving Colorado since 1998 for all your heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. Service at home, servants at heart.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, halfway home here on a Wednesday, and a lot of ground to cover here still. The Nuggets are deadlocked in their series with the Wolves. All right, and if you were to predict the path, hashtag predict the path, the rest of the series.
Let me close my eyes.
How windy does this road get? And I'll throw it out to our listeners on the RamosLaw.com text line as well, 303-713-1043. If you were to predict game by game how this is going to go, and I'm gonna take stock in this. I'll write it down, all right, and we can revisit it as the games go along. So, 1-1, what would your and by the way, I just want to say this. Just because we're going to predict the path doesn't mean as the games go along, you're going to stick to these exact predictions, because the games are going to happen. You're going to have more information. Things are going to change. But from where we sit right now, that's why I want to do this before the series continues.
How we feel.
Just on a Wednesday. Right, like right now on a Wednesday, ahead of Game 3. Shoot, you could even change your prediction for tomorrow for Game 3 for all I care. But from where you sit right now, where do we think this is going to go?
I like it. You got to be creative.
So I'll get us started. I don't like the Nuggets in Game 3. I don't. Obviously, I hope I'm dead wrong, but that environment tomorrow night is going to be an 11 out of 10. They have a nice home court advantage from a passion standpoint and a noise level standpoint. Historically, in the 8 Game 3s that the Nuggets have played in the Jokic era when the series is tied 1-1, in Game 3 they have 3 wins and 5 losses. So I will say tomorrow night is a loss for me.
Ooh, so I think I'm going to go on the other side of this. I'm opposite of you. Game 2, I didn't feel too good about the game.
Yeah, you called it.
Now, Game 3, I think the Denver Nuggets correct a couple things. I think they go out there with their back against the wall knowing they're going to have to throw the first punch, but not just the first punch. They threw that in the second game. But now you have to sustain it. You have to weather the storm in the second and maybe in the third quarter. And we get to the fourth quarter, it's not going to be what it was in the second game where Jamal Murray and Jokic don't score points and they only score 2 points combined. All right, it's not going to be like that in the fourth quarter, and they know that. I think that you see Jokic, who's going to be a lot more aggressive because, 1, you're on the road. 2, it's tied 1-1. You do not want the Wolves to get even more confidence. And I have the Nuggets beating them Game 3.
Wow, okay. So I'll mark you down for a dub.
Give me that dub.
That brings us to Game 4 as we try to predict the path of the series, and we'll go back and look at this. We reserve the right to change our mind for specific game predictions, but just how we feel right now. It gets us to Game 4. In my opinion, coming off a loss in Game 3, I do believe the Denver Nuggets will even things as they feel their own mortality. And I think you'll see the best of the Denver Nuggets in Game 4. I have that as a win, and the series tied 2-2 after 4.
Well, Z, I want to say that I have it as a win as well. All right, the Nuggets are going to win Game 4. All right, their backs against actually, I'm sorry. I have the Wolves winning Game 4. I have the Wolves winning Game 4. Game 3, the Nuggets win. Game 4, the Wolves do. It's a home court advantage. The Wolves are going to at least get one of their home games under their belt, and then they're going to have to come to Denver. So I'm going to have the series tied 2-2 with the Wolves winning Game 4.
All right, so I also have it tied 2-2 going into Game 5.
Why you copying me, man?
We just had it flip-flopped. We're not copying you. We have different answers. I have the Denver Nuggets winning Game 5.
Game 5.
That all-important Game 5 when the series is tied 2-2. And they're all important, right? When the series is tied 1-1, Game 3. When the series is tied 2-2, it's Game 5. When the series is tied 3-3, or rather, it's Game 7. And I believe back here in Denver, all right, for the first time since Game 2, the Nuggets will pull ahead and take a 3-2 series lead, winning Game 5.
Game 5, I have the Nuggets winning as well. And the Game 5 is going to be because of Cam Johnson. Cam's going to have himself a big-time game in Game 5, a couple big-time threes in the fourth quarter. I could just feel that one coming. And it's just being back home. All right, the atmosphere is going to be ballistic. Z, you're going to be in the biggity building, so, maybe you bring some good luck. And Jokic is going to, at that time, Jokic has already made his mind up what version he's going to be for the rest of the series. The Nuggets win Game 5.
Okay, so there's our first agreement here. So we each have the Denver Nuggets taking a 3-2 series lead. That brings us to Game 6 back in Minnesota. The last time that this happened, it was this exact sort of path. The Nuggets won Game 5. They go back to Minnesota, and they lost by 45 points in Game 6, which I still cannot believe happened.
45 points.
It should be impossible. It's the largest loss in the history of the Denver Nuggets in a postseason game. I'll go first. I've been going first here. Do they close out the series?
And you had, before the series started, you had
Nuggets in 6.
Nuggets in 6.
I think the Wolves win Game 6, just like last time.
Just like old times.
I think the Wolves win Game 6 and force a Game 7.
You know what, Z? We're on the same page. The Wolves win at home Game 6. Now they don't win by 45, but I will say this: I think in Game 6 the Wolves blow out the Nuggets. It's going to be one of these 15, 20-point leads where the Wolves have, and Ant-Man's going to be talking his crap. McDaniels is going to be talking his crap. Rudy Gobert is going to be feeling confident, and now it's like history repeating itself. Game 7.
And that brings up Game 7.
Game 7.
Back in Denver.
Dun, 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 dun.
Back in Denver. Series tied 3 apiece. We're trying to predict the path of the next week and a half here.
Everybody is going to be going ballistic.
Oh my gosh.
Z. It's going to be dramatic, and I don't even know what you're going to be saying.
Man, oh man, oh man. Does history repeat itself?
I don't like the silence.
The Denver Nuggets this time around correct course and win Game 7 on their home floor.
Right,
in the way that they should have 2 years ago. I just, like, in my heart of hearts, I just believe that the Nuggets are better. I just think they're the better team. And I think ultimately, with the accumulation of these scars over the years, I think it pays dividends in the most beneficial and meaningful way yet of the Jokic experience. I think it pays off in Game 7 this time. If from where I sit right now, that is how I have it going. How about you?
Z, we're finally on the same track, right? We're thinking the same way, and I love it. The Nuggets end up winning Game 7. Jokic goes crazy. All right, I'm talking about 50 points or even more. Jokic is not leaving it up to anybody else. This isn't the Jamal Murray show, the Cam Johnson show, the CB show. No, this is the Jokic show. The man that should win the MVP, and he's feeling it, understanding that if he doesn't play right off the bat and he doesn't stay aggressive throughout this game, you're not winning it. And it's Jokic for 50 points, maybe even a triple-double, and they find a way to beat the Wolves in 7.
Well, that would look a lot like Christmas night, and that was a big game. And Jokic had a 56-point triple-double in a Denver Nuggets win. All right, hopefully it doesn't go that long. Hopefully they can finish it sooner than that. But as long as they finish it, as long as they just finish it, obviously
next round.
That's the most important thing. All right, the Avs survive a nail-biter against the Kings, and we'll take a dive into that next.
Avs playoffs. Nuggets playoffs. It's beautiful. It's brutal. The ups, the downs. We're here to help you through it because we get it. We're just like you. You're going to yell at your TV. You're going to text your group chat in all caps. You're going to have opinions. Well, guess what? So do we. Lots of them. We're here to tell you the truth. We'll talk. We're saying what everyone's thinking out loud. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver's playoff headquarters.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today.
Call Trajan today at 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
Your home should be comfortable year-round, but old windows let the cold seep in during winter and the heat creep in during summer. That's money walking out the door. When you need new windows, call Gravina's Window Center of Littleton. They're Colorado's oldest Infinity by Marvin dealer. Family-owned with decades of experience guiding homeowners just like you. Stop losing money. Start adding value. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton. Online at windowsforyourhome.com.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be.
With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
I need a little range, step to the range.
There's a new flavor in town, the Jalapeno Ranch Club at Chick-fil-A. With that juicy Chick-fil-A original spicy or grilled chicken, a buttermilk ranch bun, candied bacon, pepper jack cheese, and jalapeno ranch sauce. It's got big ranch vibes with a little heat. Chick-fil-A's new Jalapeno Ranch Club. Available for a limited time only. Order ahead on the Chick-fil-A app.
Most people don't think about their garage door until it stops working. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. There's never a good time for your garage door to break, whether you're rushing to work or you're trying to get the kids to school. We know how much you rely on your garage door. That's why we offer same-day repairs, because life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Over 90,000 five-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage door is what we do, but making your life easier and your home safer is why we do it. Families trust us because we deliver, and we'd be honored to earn your trust too. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
I've never put much stock in astrology, but with the new multiplier scratch, the stars are aligned for some pretty big prizes. Because no matter your moon sign or what Mercury's up to, your win can get multiplied up to 200 times with prizes up to $1 million, which could steer your life into a very interesting new phase. New multiplier scratch from the Colorado Lottery. Multiply your win up to 200 times. Must be 18 to play.
Ent is becoming Wings. It's a big change. But we're not changing the way we show up for our communities, or our personal service, or the people who provide it. We're not changing locations. We're not even replacing the coffee machine. But we are changing our name. We'll probably even get some new pens. It'll be a big day for pen people. Ent Credit Union, insured by NCUA.
Stoker from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Through April, when you install a new cold climate heat pump system with my team at ROX, you get a free whole home water filtration system. How about that? Cleaner air, cleaner water. That's a winning combination. Upgrade your home's comfort and take advantage of this huge offer while it lasts, but only from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is flop. F-L-O-P. Text flop to 303-713-1043 right now, and you could win a $50 Dick's Sporting Goods gift card and qualify for the $1,000 grand prize. That's flop to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
The Colorado Avalanche last night held on. They survived.
They stayed alive. Staying alive. Staying alive.
Man, what an absolute nail biter.
Yeah, I don't have any more nails.
Goodness gracious.
Shoot off.
Did you stay up the whole time?
You know what, Z? I'm not going to lie to you. By the third period, I dozed off for like 2 minutes. My wife comes out the room, and I hate when she does this, but she nudges me extra hard. I was like, why do you have to do that? Like, why don't you just like give me a kiss on my forehead, wake me up that way? Why do you have to push me like something just happened? So now I get up and I'm punching the air like, what just happened?
Goodness.
Like, what are you doing? And yes, I dozed off for about two and a half minutes, man. What about you?
Yeah, I stayed up, but my eyes were dropping at one point, going into overtime. And
it's been a long week for you, though, man.
It has. It's been very busy for sure. But it's a short period of time, and it is what it is.
It is
Just
what it is.
lean into it, right? So, but there were literally moments in the overtime period where I would just watch the game standing up, and so, but it's all good. Made it, survived, and saw Nicholas Waugh, who Chris McFarland gave a first-round pick for a moment like that.
Crazy.
And whether you look at, and McFarland specifically, you look at who's the Avs MVP right now, Scott Wedgwood. Right?
Yeah, hands down.
He redesigned the goaltending room a year ago. You trade a first-round pick to Toronto for someone like Nicholas Waugh, and look at the dividends. It's just spitting out right now in real time. And the Avs have not played their best hockey yet. They haven't, Phil. They have a 2-0 series lead going to Los Angeles. Nathan McKinnon hasn't scored in the series. Cale Makar hasn't scored in the series. Val Nichushkin hasn't scored in the series. Brock Nelson hasn't scored in the series. And Marty Netchis hasn't scored in the series.
The high scorers, the high rollers, they're not contributing when it comes to scoring goals. Now, with that being said, when you're watching these games and you're doing these deep dives, the players like Nate Dogg and Cale and Marty Netchis, they're doing other things really, really good. That's helping out. It's just that their shots are not falling right now for them. They're not getting the puck in the back of the net, not yet, because of the guy on the other side in between the pipes. Forsberg has been playing phenomenal for the Kings. He has been doing stuff that I didn't think he had the capability of doing at a high level, and he's been able to just stay even keel, make some huge time saves, and it's keeping the Kings in this.
Yeah, and if I'm just being real, Anton Forsberg, for me, has been the best player in the series.
Z, I'm not going to give you any pushback at all. You are right, man. He is the reason why the Kings have a chance every single night right now.
Yeah, back-to-back 2-1 victories. That is not customary for the brand of hockey that the Avs want to play. Marty got knocked out of this game. In that first period, it was Mikey Anderson, who I thought, was a big center ice hit, and there was a handful of them. I mean, Burns, he was laying the wood.
Manson.
Josh Manson. That was some good playoff hockey. I did think that Mikey Anderson went high on Marty Netchis. It didn't get called. Okay. He did return later in the first period. Still finished with 4 shots on goal in the first period alone. But he had the filthy assist of the night, passing the puck to Gabe Landeskog through the crease between the legs of Forsberg. Are you kidding me? I'm not hearing Marty Netchis doesn't play well in big games or playoff games. Like, he literally produced the most impactful assist of the night to knot that game up.
Hands down, Z was the most impactful, and it had the most pressure on it because the Kings were up at that time. If we all remember, the Kings are up. You have to find a way to try to put the puck in the back of the net. You do. You have a nasty pass to Gabe. Gabe is ready for it. He's sitting right down the slot, and he's able to find a way to finish it off. That's what it looks like. That is playoff hockey for you. And those are two guys that are vets that have been playing this game for a very long time on the same page, and it was a beautiful sight to see.
It really was, man. I thought one of the most impactful moments of the entire evening was Wedgwood's monster save on Quinton Byfield, who is the Kings' best player. He was awarded a penalty shot there. I did not think that he was authentically owed that.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great stick check from Cale Makar, the world's best defenseman. And they got a freebie, and the way that Wedgwood stepped up with that glove save, just an absolute highlight against the best player that the Kings have, along with Panarin and a couple others. I thought that was massive.
See, that was the biggest, other than scoring the goal to win the game. That was the biggest play. I feel like that just kind of got everybody going. I mean, the fans were going crazy. The glass is breaking because somebody's pounding on it, knowing that they're not supposed to do. But you know what? They did it anyway. And you have Wedgwood that actually gave himself even more confidence, and not just for himself, but his teammates too, saying, okay, he is ready to play. We can trust this man in the toughest moments where the pressure is so high and it's so hot in the building because of it, and he's ready for those moments. As a so-called backup goalie,
crazy.
You got to be kidding me.
Dude, his legend is growing right now. I mean, it's turning into a tall tale right now. Jack and the Beanstalk stuff. Like this guy's a decade-long backup, and now he's your starter. It's I made the Rich Gannon analogy, a guy who just kind of bounces around and just gets with the right team in the right situation, in the right headspace, and that point in your career for whatever has freed up with Scott Wedgwood. And obviously the situation here is great, and the guy's playing in front of him. But for that guy to go lead the league in goals against, lead the league in save percentage, and through 2 playoff games, allow 0 5-on-5 goals.
Ice in his veins, Z.
And it's not like he's making, 18 saves. The guy is playing above the X's and O's, and he is bailing his group out. Not to say shift by shift, but there are 4 to 5 times huge saves from Scott Wedgwood. So there's no debate left here, if there ever was one here in the last week or so with Blackwood, and it's nothing that Blackwood,
It's not about Blackwood.
No, it's about Wedgie.
It is. It's how well Wedgwood is playing in between the pipes. And I wish I was a fly on the wall just to see how this man reacts after these games are done and nobody's there anymore. Right? When everybody is there, you got the media and stuff. He seems like he's cool as a cucumber, just sitting there like nothing big. But once everything is done and it's quiet, I wonder if he sits there and he's like, "Damn, man, like this can be nerve-wracking, man.
Sure.
People are chanting your name.
Sure.
They're relying on you. They're counting on you every single night to make these big-time saves when you have to. That has to put a lot of pressure on somebody where it stresses you out when everybody's gone, that you just have to, exhale and be like, man, this is crazy."
Yeah. On the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043, someone says, and put your name on it, give you a shout-out, 9329. Despite being critical, he said a great stick check right on the hands from behind on a breakaway. That's a penalty shot every single time, brother. I did not think he got him on the hands.
No, he didn't get him on the hands. It was a ticky-tack call. You don't call those in the playoffs. Let's be real.
You better be sure. You better be sure in the postseason in a 0-0 game. All good. Wedgie rises above it. I think it's almost fitting that the Kings have gone 2 games and don't have a 5-on-5 goal. Not one. Panarin, they scored 1 game each contest. Panarin has them both.
Yep.
That's it.
Power play goal.
That's it. And the fact that Landy was the one tying the game with under 4 minutes left and finishing it off. It's awesome, man. And we still haven't seen the true brand of hockey that the Avs want to play, the best version of themselves. I thought they were better yesterday than they were in game 1, but they're just not. They're not breaking through. They're just not breaking through. So, but all right, here we go, man. It's the depth scoring's been on display. The 4 scorers in the series: Lecky, LOC, Landy, and Nick Waugh. No McKinnon's. No, I just think that's nuts.
It shows you how deep we are. But Z, you've talked about this before on the Cup run before in 2022, where it's not the big name guys on the front line that you're talking about. It's the third and the fourth line, and guys that you wouldn't expect coming up big and being the hero. Well, Wall is the hero in number 2, and LOC was the hero in game 1. Right? Those are the type of guys you need to have until you can get the starters like Nate Dogg and Netches to get the puck through the net.
Yeah, and Sean on the RamosLaw.com text line, 2 wins without the boys buzzing yet. Watch out when they get going. We agree. Here was Landy after the game.
Yeah, it's big to have these games and these wins. Always big in the regular season to be able to come from behind. But I think ones like this and obviously with Nick's goal in overtime, be able to get a big win here at home, that can fuel a group. So important win for us for sure.
It was an important win. The entire texture of the series is so different if the Kings stole one last night. And I'm going to be real. I thought they were going to.
No, my heart dropped a little bit now.
I thought they were going to.
Because they scored yet again late in the period, right?
Yeah.
Late in the third period.
Yeah, it's under 7 minutes left.
It's like, what are we doing here? Why are we giving up these late goals? And then you're losing now. And it's like, we haven't been able to find the rhythm to score. What are we going to do now? If we can't score, we lose. And, Gabe and Net just come through for us.
Man, great stuff. Great stuff. Okay, so what stole headlines after the Game 2 loss for the Denver Nuggets was Jaden McDaniels calling out Nuggets players by names, saying how bad they were at playing defense. Very rare. But today, the Nuggets coaches and players had a chance to react to those comments, and we'll play them for you coming up next.
they've defended home ice and seized control of the series. The Colorado Avalanche stunned the Kings, riding an overtime dagger from Nicolas Roy to grab a 2-0 lead. 2 wins down, 14 to go. Now the stage shifts west, where the noise gets louder and the pressure cranks up. A trip to Hollywood is next, and the Avalanche are coming with momentum, confidence, and a stranglehold on the series. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, Denver's playoff headquarters.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Max HELOC is a game changer and can lower your bill significantly without affecting your current loan. How much savings depends on your unique situation, but you could borrow $250,000 with a payment option as low as $495 a month. Consolidate your debts and make life a lot easier. We make it easy to save, and you don't need perfect credit either. U.S. Mortgages and our number says it all, 303 low rate.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. Are you considering GLP-1 injections for weight loss? Before you start, ask yourself this. Are you prepared to spend $3,000 to $5,000 per year and stay on the medication long term to maintain the results? Many prescription weight loss injections require weekly shots, and when the medication is stopped, weight regain is common. And here's something most people don't realize. Research shows a significant portion of weight loss can come from muscle, which may slow your metabolism and make keeping weight off even harder. At Colorado Fat Loss, they take a different approach. Their doctor-developed program helps men and women lose 20 to 40 pounds in just 60 days safely and naturally. No injections, no synthetic hormones, no long-term dependence. Instead, they use real food to reset your metabolism, control hunger and cravings naturally, and help your body burn fat, not muscle. Right now, you can schedule a free phone consultation to see if the program is right for you. Go to ColoradoFatLoss.com. That's ColoradoFatLoss.com.
Results may vary.
How about 60 seconds that'll make you actually feel good for a change? Hey, Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. You've heard me talk about the best free meal in Denver. And I had some listeners that had heard me talk about how I used to love to make brisket, but with outrageous beef prices, we just couldn't afford to do it anymore. We can't afford to feed that many people. Well, a guy, Barbecue Bob, showed up to one of our first and third Thursdays with a couple $1,000 of brisket so he could just help people. We're going to make free brisket here coming up in the next couple months for our best free meal in Denver. And then another guy, Fred, who runs the Ace Hardwares over on Gartrell Road and Arapahoe Crossing. He said, from now on, all your fuel you need for that barbecue is on me. And another guy, Bobby Hancock from IHOP. He fed our volunteers and gave thousands of dollars worth of gift certificates to our people that take advantage of the best free meal in Denver. If you want to help, you can. Just spread the word. It's the best free meal in Denver every first and third Thursday, 4 to 6 p.m. It's at Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road. And if you have any questions, just call us at 303-LAW-4040.
If you love distinctive, unique designer jewelry that doesn't look like everybody else, you have to experience Lika Bahar. I'm Bruce Williams.
And I'm Michelle Williams, inviting you to the Lika Bahar Trunk Show, Friday and Saturday, April 24th and 25th at Williams Jewelers in Cherry Creek North.
Designer Lika Bahar will be here in person to share with you all her latest creations direct from her Manhattan design studios.
Lika Bahar's pieces are crafted by hand using age-old jewelry making techniques from ancient Greek and Byzantine times. You're going to love it.
Come discover Lika Bahar's burnished sterling and 24-karat gold collection. It's wearable art that starts at just $450.
The Lika Bahar Trunk Show, Friday and Saturday, April 24th and 25th at Williams Jewelers.
For yourself or the one you love, we'll see you there.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds
the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
The R&B Tour, starring Usher Raymond and Chris Brown, live in Denver, uniting two of R&B's defining hitmakers, Chris Brown and Usher Raymond. Two legendary artists, one stage. Empower Field at Mile High, Friday, June 26th. Get tickets this Monday at 12 p.m. at Ticketmaster.com.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Lowest rate for life. It's our trademarked and most innovative product in the entire mortgage industry. Lock in your savings today, and if rates fall in the future, even as little as 0.5%, we will redo your loan with no lender fees and no appraisal fee. Always have the best rate and maximize your savings. It's only at U.S. Mortgages, and our number says it all. 303-LOW-RATE. That's 303-LOW-RATE or online at usmloan.com.
All loans subject to approval and change. License number 392126.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, so Jaden McDaniels.
This is what the Avs were listening to before the game.
Yeah.
They came out so mad, so angry. They were laying everybody out.
Hey, by the way, I didn't mention this. The fan who broke the glass. Now, I would imagine that was more than one fan.
It can't just be
causing
one
that.
fan.
But they did kick that guy out of the arena.
So is he done for the rest of the series if he has an opportunity to come back? Because those are close seats.
Yeah, that's a good question. I do not have that. I do not have that information. But he was removed from the game, and the coach, he's really the interim coach of the Kings, DJ Smith, who once upon a time had a cup of coffee with the Colorado Avalanche in the early 2000s, 23 years ago or so. He did have some minor cuts on his head and face. And so nothing too serious, but he, man, that was kind of dangerous, man.
It was. What's up with the players trying to take out the coaches? In this case, it's the fan trying to take out the coaches. First, Betsy with the puck.
That's right.
And fracturing his face, and then now with this coach is like getting cuts in his head and everything else.
That was a legit delay. I mean, that was an extra intermission.
It was.
It was over 17 minutes. I mean, that was a pretty legitimate. And although it is not the longest delay here in Denver sports, okay, in recent memory, couple things. One, it was a Nuggets game. I think it was 2 years ago. That dude, it took them. There was something like not level with the hoop, and it took them 45 minutes to fix it. No joke. In the middle of a game. But the longest one that I can remember, and you guys help me out if you can think of one longer, but there was a game, God, I think it was in maybe 2021, something like that, where they had, I forget who they were playing, but they had an outdoor game in Lake Tahoe.
Okay.
And it was too warm. And the sun was beating on the ice, and it was just like unseasonably warm day. Brother, they had to wait. The puck dropped at like noon or 1. It was a start like that. They had to wait till the sun went down.
Ugh.
It was like an 8-hour delay. No joke. So imagine being at that game, that Lake Tahoe game. I forget the year. I think it was 2021. That you're there and you're dressed and you're ready for this. Like you're checking the weather, right? Because it's going to be an outdoor game. And it's like, wait, it's too nice. Meet us back when the sun goes down 8 hours from now when it's cold enough to actually have this game.
Holler at me when you're sober, man. I'm going home.
Dude,
I'm going home.
It was a really long day for those fans that were there. So that for me is the longest delay that I can think of in Denver sports recent history in the time that I've been here. Okay. So Jaden McDaniels has these comments after the game.
Fighting comments, right? Fighting words.
Very unusual.
You can't guard me. You can't guard me. Even the suckiest guy on the team can't guard me. I'm like, damn.
Well, it's rare that someone would say the names openly like that in the middle of a series. This isn't getting something off your chest after the series was over or something like that. Like, you just won your first game of the series. It's 1-1. And so to have Jaden McDaniels, put these guys on blast like that, the Nuggets were going to be asked about it. And this was Adelman's comments earlier today at practice when asked about Jaden McDaniels, and you'll hear the exchanges here. Jaden McDaniels' comments.
Thoughts on Jaden McDaniels' comments about your team's defense?
I can't wait for his podcast.
Well, does bulletin board material, does that work at this point? Because Christian said if you need extra motivation in the playoffs, but can it work to some degree?
I don't know, not for me. I think narrative's really interesting too. Like, you hear so many things, and we've gotten really lazy in society. Like, what's our defensive rating in this series? Through 2 games.
109, right?
109.
Yeah, really good.
How is that?
That's fair. 6th best in the playoffs.
6th best in the playoffs?
I was just looking.
Okay. Next.
Are you already of his comments where he named your guys, by name?
Yeah.
I guess what do you think of that? And I know it doesn't create extra fire necessarily, but I'm sure it was talked about internally to a degree.
Yeah, I mean, again though, he's a really good player. Everybody has a sounding board nowadays. It'll help with social media.
All right, so Adelman saying, it'll be good for his podcast.
Yeah. Smart remark.
It'll be good for his social media. And he's saying, hey, what's our defensive rating through 2 games? It was a 109. Where does that rank? 6th? Okay. And I don't know, kind of sounded like he was trying to take a victory lap on that.
I know. Like, we're 6th right now.
And
like everybody
what is the field?
Up.
16 teams, right?
Yeah, it's like.
So being 6 out of 16, that's we're not the worst. Kind of, you know what I mean?
No,
it'd be different if you were top 5 or something, but
even top 5, if you were 1 or 2, that's what you say. Dude, we're number 1 and we're 2. Enough. But it's 6.
Yeah.
And when you're watching these games, they're giving up big-time buckets. Jokic has given up big-time buckets, right? AG does not look like himself right now. So, there's a reason why McDaniels is saying what he's saying. Attack the Nuggets because they can't guard.
Yeah, and they were one of the league's worst defenses.
All year long.
All year long. Bottom 5 defense all year long. Words aren't going to fix this. And obviously, these guys are going to respond. They're going to react. Here was, and again, the audio's not great, right? Because it's in a practice and the balls are bouncing. But here was Cam Johnson when asked about Jaden McDaniels' comments.
Will it be bulletin board material at this point?
Sure. But I'm going to entertain those answers. The rarity of his comments where he directly named guys, including yourself. I mean, how bothersome is that aspect of it?
They've just been saying a lot all season, all series. So let them talk. Let them get everything they want off their chest. We're cool with it.
Were you surprised that it was that blatant, or do you chalk it up to this
I don't
matchup?
really care. I don't really care.
Okay, so he's not feeding into it at all.
Yeah. You can tell, though, he's feeling some type of way about it.
And he should.
I don't really care, but it's you do, but you're not trying to give anything else out there for the Wolves to, laugh at or talk about. So I get you, but you feel some type of way.
Totally, and you should. And if you don't feel some type of way, then you don't belong in this series. They punked you on the court and then disrespected you by name in a way that is very uncommon. So if it's possible to have an extra gear, this should help you find it. And there shouldn't be an extra gear. It's the postseason. You're trying to win a title. But man, here's one more. Here was Christian Brown on the comments from Jaden McDaniels.
I know you said you weren't worried about the McDaniels comments, but did they surprise you? I mean, that was pretty rare for mid-series type.
No, I think that's part of the rivalry. I think it's part of the series. I've said it many times. We played with them so many times that this is just a part of the rivalry. I think that's kind of, just part of what comes with it. I don't think it caught anybody off guard. He's kind of speaking his truth and what he believes, and
we'll allow them to do that. We kind of want to take care of our own things and make sure we handle our business on our side.
Do you think it in any ways could light a fire under y'all defensively?
You shouldn't need a fire lit under you in the playoffs. If you need a fire lit under you in the playoffs, you're probably in the wrong moment, in the wrong spot. So no, we're not too worried about the comments. We're not too worried about anything extra. Just worried about Denver Nuggets playing good basketball. I think we're gonna do that in game 3.
All right.
He sounds like you. What you said, where it's like, hey, look, we're in the playoffs. There shouldn't be anything else that motivates us other than winning a damn championship.
Well, we'll see. Does this matchup get more personal? It's hard to imagine because it already feels deeply personal. That was before Jaden McDaniels' comments. And so now it's just like you're calling guys out by name, and we'll see. Does someone, because, and this is, kind of old school, but one, it starts with your actions. You just do a better job, right? Try to go win game 3.
That's it. That is it. Be consistent.
But if there's room within the game to put Jaden McDaniels on his ass, like that should happen.
With no doubt, Jokic should be the one, hey, if you're going to be playing on me, like, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. I'm going to back into you, and it is personal. But then again, for the Wolves, they're looking at it like, hey, look, you guys are making threes. You got Jamal Murray clapping up everybody, dapping the fans up. You got Tim Hardaway Jr. doing the Harlem Shake on the ground. You have CB pointing at Bones Highland. So it's been personal. Now for the Nuggets, like, you got to finish it. You have to finish it. Finish them off.
All right. What does the history look like in the Jokic era when the series is tied 1-1? All right, we'll go through a history lesson here. Also, there is a bit of a Disney story developing here in Denver sports. We'll get to all of it as we are on the doorstep of 40 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk coming up next.
So now we find out. The Nuggets lose home court. A monster first quarter slips away. And when the fourth quarter came, the buckets didn't. Now it's tied 1-1, and the road gets real. This is the moment playoff teams show you who they are. How does Denver respond? Do the Nuggets answer the pressure or feel it? Can they respond to disappointment in another team's building? Game 3, Minnesota. What happens next? Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver's playoff headquarters.
Everything is getting more expensive. Gas, groceries, and especially rent, which can go up every single year. But as a homeowner, you have a secret weapon. While the world gets pricier, a fixed-rate mortgage stays exactly the same. That stability isn't just peace of mind, it's your family's financial foundation. American Financing understands home ownership creates wealth. Every monthly payment builds equity and stacks your net worth on autopilot. It's how the middle class actually wins the long game. Your home is a flexible asset. You can live in it, rent it out for passive income, or pass it down to your children. Renting gives you none of that. American Financing salary-based mortgage consultants can help you get pre-qualified with no upfront fees. Call American Financing today and get a pre-qualification letter in 24 hours or less. Call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at americanfinancing.net. Secure your rate, build your wealth, and get the cash you need. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
I'm Rob Wilhite, and for nearly 50 years, my firm has stood beside Colorado families after serious car accidents. With over $1 billion won, we know how to fight for you. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WillHiteWins.com. That's WillHiteWins.com.
Want to start testosterone therapy? Don't settle for one-size-fits-all doses from your doctor or pay hundreds out of pocket at TRT franchises. At Low T Center, you can get insurance-covered TRT customized to your body for maximum effectiveness and safety. Low T Center has served over 500,000 patients since 2009 and continues to lead the industry in TRT. This month, enjoy free men's T-test and discounted peptides while supplies last. Head to lowtcenter.com and sign up for a free T-test today. That's lowtcenter.com.
What's up, cousin?
I want a new phone. Have you seen any good deals?
Everyone has free phones, but when I switched to T-Mobile, I got more value and so much more.
Like streaming included.
And travel benefits.
And the best part? The price of your talk, text, and data is guaranteed for 5 years. Get more benefits and more value. At T-Mobile, families save and get a 5-year price guarantee. Switch now at T-Mobile.com. Qualifying plan requires price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com.
Cecil Lammy here from my friends at WindowNation.com. Listen, in Colorado, we get different types of weather all the time. So whether your cold air is escaping or your warm air is escaping, your windows are likely to blame. And getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation is easy and affordable. And during the More You Buy, the More You Save sale, you could save up to 50% off. Plus, you could get them with 0 interest for 5 years. During these uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is in your home. So visit WindowNation.com now to book a consultation.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. In a world where dealerships come and go, one name has stood the test of time. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet, proudly serving Colorado since 1987 as the longest owned Chevy dealer in the state. From a huge selection of new Chevys to quality pre-owned vehicles, plus a team committed to treating you right, it's no wonder generations of Colorado drivers keep coming back. To see all the specials, visit BozarthAuto.com today. Again, that's BozarthAuto.com. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet. Experience you trust, service you deserve since 1987.
The draft is here. Don't miss a single pick, trade, or surprise move. Head to DenverSports.com, your ultimate draft headquarters, powered by Piper Electric. Power your project with experience at PiperElectric.com.
Brandon Stokely here from my friends at Roller Auction. Do you have items you're looking to sell? Since 1976, Roller Auction has been conducting commercial and industrial auctions for Colorado government agencies, Fortune 500 companies, small business owners, secured creditors, individuals, and more. They have a large marketplace to showcase your assets, so don't wait. Visit RollerAuction.com for a free consultation and turn those items into some cold, hard cash. Again, go visit them at RollerAuction.com. That's RollerAuction.com.
Taking your eyes off the road for just 2 seconds can double your chances of a crash. Eyes on the road, hands on the wheel. Seconds matter. Brought to you by the Colorado State Patrol.
Start the clock. The Denver Broncos traded their first-round pick, but they could surprise us all and trade their way back into day one action. Join us at the Sportsbook Bar and Grill in Parker Thursday, April 23rd for the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan Draft Party, presented by Carrier Colorado. Zach By and Phillip Lindsay will broadcast live starting at 2 p.m. Brandon Stokely and Mark Schlereth join the action at 4. Then John Davis, Cecil Lammy, and NFL insider James Palmer take you through every first-round pick. We'll see you there. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, as we roll along, here on a Wednesday, happy hump day to you. Once we get in the second half of a Wednesday show, we are officially closer to Friday than Monday.
It's almost around the corner, man. We're almost at Friday, Wednesday. We're humping our way through this day easily.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be a really fun day as we're going to be previewing Nuggets and Avs throughout the afternoon and also talking draft, NFL draft tomorrow night. You can join us for tomorrow's show. All right, it's going to be star-studded, if you will, starting at 2 o'clock at the Sportsbook Bar and Grill in Parker, brought to you by Carrier, Colorado. All right, so we'll start at 2, but then at 4, Schlereth is going to be there. Stokely is going to be there. Phil, myself will be there. And then at 6 o'clock, Cecil Lammy, John Davis, NFL insider James Palmer. They're going to take you through every pick of the first round. That's tomorrow at Sportsbook Bar and Grill in Parker. What an awesome establishment that is. I mean, so fun, huge. You want to hang out and watch the games. You want a setup that has multiple TVs. You want to keep your eye on the NFL draft, but watch the Nuggets, watch the Avs. There's no better place to be than Sportsbook Bar and Grill tomorrow in Parker. Newer location, really nice. Okay, shifting gears here a little bit. I want to talk about a handful of things. One, I just want to go through the history of what it looks like when the Denver Nuggets in the Jokic era are tied in a series 1-1.
You're going to give us a history lesson, huh?
Yes.
All right.
And so Nuggets knotted up, heading to Minnesota tomorrow night. All right. The Nuggets have 8 times, all right, been in a 1-1 series tied, okay, in the Jokic era. So I'm going to go over 8 series right now, only covering the series that were tied 1-1. The first time it ever happened was the 2018-19 season, all right? It was in the first round against the San Antonio Spurs. It was the first playoff series ever for Jamal and for the Joker. It was tied 1-1 after 2. The Nuggets went on to win that series in 7 games, but they lost Game 3. It happened in the second round that same season against Portland. They were tied 1-1 after 2 games. The Denver Nuggets went on to lose in 7 games, and they also lost Game 3. In 2019-20 season, the Denver Nuggets were knotted up at 1 apiece after 2 games with the Utah Jazz. They ended up winning that series in 7 games, but they lost Game 3. That was when they famously came back down 3-1. Happened again in that second round in the same postseason. It was the Los Angeles Clippers. All right, it was knotted up 1-1 after 2 games. The Denver Nuggets ultimately won that series in 7 games. That's where they famously became the only team in NBA history to come back from multiple 3-1 deficits in the same postseason. I remember that like it was yesterday, dude. And it was the kickoff of the NFL season. It was wait, does that make sense? Yeah, because it was COVID. It was happening in the bubble. So the whole season was like altered.
Yeah.
Like the timeline of it. And I remember they were trying to come back and beat the Clippers in Game 7, but it was week 1 of the NFL season. So there was just so much going on. It was so unique. So the Nuggets came back in that series against the Clippers. They won in 7, but they did lose Game 3 with the series tied 1-1. The next season, the 2020-2021 season, the Denver Nuggets were tied 1-1 after 2, and it was in the first round against Portland. They went on to win that series in 6, and they did win Game 3. And then in 2022-2023, this was the year that they won the championship. The only time that the series was tied 1-1 that postseason, the way that it is right now, was actually in the NBA Finals, and they went on to win that series in 5 games. They did beat the Heat in Game 3. And then that brings us to last postseason, 2024 and 2025. In the first round against the Clippers, it was knotted up 1-1. Heading into Game 3, the Nuggets went on to win that series in 7, but they did lose Game 3. And then finally, the second round against Oklahoma City, it was tied 1-1 after 2, and they ended up losing that series, of course, in 7 games. They actually won Game 3. So in summary, looking back at this research, in the Jokic era, when series are tied 1-1, the way that it is right now, the Nuggets went on to win that series 6 of the 8 times.
All right.
Despite losing Game 3 in 5 of the 8 times. So their records in Game 3, like tomorrow night, their record in Game 3s when the series is tied 1-1 is 3-5. But their series record when the series is tied 1-1 ultimately is 6-2. Which so the Game 3 history, not so kind. The winning the series when the series is tied 1-1 is actually very kind.
So pretty much what you're saying is, hey, look, if they drop Game 3, which might happen because history has said that
it's more likely than
more likely than not, it's not the end of the world that the Nuggets have been able to still overcome that and win the series. And that's something that might end up happening. You got you have the Nuggets that are traveling to the Wolves, who Wolves just stole a game from you. They're feeling good. Their fan base is going to be rabid because it's the first time that they get to be a part of this playoffs this year. You got Ant-Man that seems like he's feeling a little healthier, and he made the statement that, you know, he's getting more in shape and all that. You have the comments from McDaniels talking about how nobody can guard him and they just need to attack him, and pretty much everybody on the Nuggets defensively, they're trash. And so there's just a lot going on in this game that it could happen where the Nuggets end up losing this game, but finding a way to still win this series. They should win this series.
They should. It's not a birthright, but they have the ability to do it. But man, you know, losing Game 2, you look back, like look at these series that we just went over when the series is tied 1-1. It went 7. It went 7. It went 7. It went 7. It went 6. It went 5. It went 7. And it went 7.
So 7 sevens.
So in the 8 times that this has happened, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the 8 times that this has happened, it has gone to a Game 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 8 series, guys.
6.
That, you know, and again, I don't want to be overly dramatic, but like when you lose on your home court in a game that you should have won, like, this is probably going to be a long series.
Well, you say a long series. You had them going in 6.
Yeah.
Right? You had the Nuggets winning in 6. Does that still stand for you? Or now when you talk about long series, this is going to a 7.
My gut tells me this is going to end in 7 games on the Nuggets home floor again. That's what my gut tells me.
all over again.
Yeah. Yeah. How about you?
No, I had it just like you going to Game 6, and I feel confident that the Nuggets are going to win, but it's going to a 7. It's going to a Game 7. This is a rivalry matchup. These are two teams that don't like each other. All right, and they're going to go back and forth, blow for blow, and it's going to come down to ultimately, what does Jokic do? The greatest player to play the game, what does he do to find a way to win this series? But it's going to 7.
I think so. In 6 of the 8 series, when the Nuggets were tied 1-1, it goes 7. So, here we go. This is KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive, powered by Regen RX. All right, rolling downhill into hour number 4.
Let's go, Z.
We have a...
Kick it into gear. You can't get tired. All right, there's only round 2. What is this, Game 2? You can't be tired?
Well, we're going into Game 3.
We're going into Game 3.
Going into Game 3. 2 games in the books in both series. I'm going to be honest, I am kind of tired. That game was late last night.
Like, you know what, Coach? I am tired.
Well, I'm thinking just the last couple days. I mean, it was spending all day on Saturday at Ball Arena.
Yep.
You know, getting there super, super early. Being back there on Sunday for the game, and then being back there Monday for the Nuggets game.
Yep.
And
the Nuggets end up winning or losing dramatically.
Yes.
Like that, it takes a lot out of people.
And that was a late night as well. That was another late start. All right, and didn't get home till whatever the hell time I got home. And then last night's start, I mean, that puck didn't drop till 8:22. You mix in an extra intermission there.
Well, it takes 17 minutes.
17
minutes to get the glass put back on.
Yeah. I mean,
put it on the glass.
I mean, that's an intermission right there. And so you have a game go pretty much 4 hours, doesn't end. I think the final Nicholas Waz goal was scored at 11:55, I want to say. And think about that. That's 2:00 in the morning back east.
That is.
So where 47% of the country lives, the Avalanche finished up at 2 in the morning. That is nuts.
I would be mad if I was them.
And so it's been a busy couple days. And then a program note, tonight I am going to go to Night of Champions at the Paramount Theater. Peyton Manning, DeMarcus Ware, Emmanuel Sanders. Yep. And Gary Kubiak. They're going to be telling Super Bowl 50 stories. And I'm going to try to, I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know if local news are going to shoot it or
be allowed to shoot it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to work. If I had to guess, no one's going to be allowed to film it. And again, I'm totally speculating. But if I were them, and you have this cast of characters, and Tracy Wolfson from CBS is going to be the moderator for it, my guess is they're going to have, actually, it's probably going to be Omaha Productions rolling on the whole thing, and then distribute it for sale, and make
more money.
Yeah, make money twice. Make money on the live event, and then for those who, because most people aren't going to be there, it's a theater, right? So then you can redistribute it to Broncos country for sale and double dip there. If I had to guess, that's what it's going to be. But if that's what it is, that means not a lot of people are going to be knowing what's said and the stories told. So I will try my best, if that is the setup, to maybe
be a spy, man. Put the recorder on in your pocket. And just let it run.
Yes,
let it run.
I do have a recording app on my phone.
Mr. Sheriff, Mr. Manning. So what was it like to be in the locker room? Just have it recorded right there.
And we could just play it back illegally on tomorrow's show. You know what I did? I don't know if I said this on air or not, but when I went back to Buffalo and visited my 93-year-old grandfather, I recorded our conversations.
You didn't tell us this.
Yeah, so I have this recording app, and it records in high quality, and I got to smoke a cigar with him in his little one-car garage there in Lackawanna, New York, and I don't know if that would be our last time.
Oh, that's cool, man.
So I recorded the whole. It was like 45 minutes of us smoking a cigar and just having.
That's cool.
So, all right. Shifting gears, I want to get back into the Avs and the dramatic win that was last night. But before we do that, let's finish up the Nuggets conversation. We spent a lot of yesterday talking about Jokic and Jamal.
Yeah.
The two main principles involved, and based on responsibility and expectation, two of the main reasons why the Denver Nuggets didn't get across the finish line. Beyond those two star players, is there anyone else you're worried about, or someone that needs to legitimately step up here, going into Game 3, Game 4, the rest of the series here?
Oh, yeah, Z. I'm to be honest with you, right now, I'm worried about Aaron Gordon. He does not look like himself.
I know.
And it's one of these things where he supposedly is our best on-ball defender if Peyton Watson's not out there. And I know he can be at times, but he hasn't been consistent enough. And so now for AG, not only does AG look like at times he's a liability defensively, which is crazy to say.
I know.
I feel like I'm disrespecting the man.
No, but it's the truth.
He's not putting up the points as well. His three ball is not going in. He is not getting the rebounds for second chance opportunities like we need him to do. And it's hurting us because now if he's not getting the rebound, who is? And now the Wolves are coming down with these second chance opportunities, putting them back up, and that's why they were able to dominate us in the second quarter. Now for AG, it's like, what do you do with this? You look like you're out of shape. You look like you're a shell of yourself, and maybe you are hurt and banged up. You got banged up a couple times Game 1 where you're wincing and you're holding your back, and you've already had the calf, you have the hamstring. So I don't think that AG is healthy anyway, and now he's even, is worse off because of the being banged up. That I'm worried about AG throughout this series, man, and we need him. Like we always say, you're not winning a championship without Aaron Gordon.
No, but you need him to be Aaron Gordon.
You need him to be Aaron Gordon, and at times even be better than what he has been, because you got Jokic Jamal that's taking on so much of the attention. That AG's supposed to be the third best player on the team, and it's just not happening for the man, Z.
You know what he's shooting from 3 in the series? And this is like my personal favorite Nugget.
Yeah.
You know what he's shooting from 3 in the series, percentage-wise? And it's 2 games, but this is all we have to react to. 22%. 22% from 3. This is someone who has got their three-point percentage up to around 40%. 22% from the series, but that's actually not the worst percentage by a Denver Nugget. I'm putting you on the spot
Yeah,
here.
no, for sure.
Who do you think is shooting a worse percentage from three that's lower than 22%? And you got to be a part of that, the playing group,
Yeah,
obviously.
lower. I'm going to go with CB. And even though, CB has knocked down a couple threes.
So Christian Brown is actually shooting, and again, it's a sample size of 2 games.
Yeah.
He's actually shooting 50% in 2 games.
Okay.
So there's a member of the Denver Nuggets who is shooting less than 22% from 3. Any guesses there behind the glass? Who's shooting less than 22% from 3 on the Denver Nuggets so far in 2 games in the postseason?
I think I got the answer now, but I'm going to let everybody.
Okay,
I do have a guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
It's Jokic.
Damn.
It's Jokic. Jokic is shooting 21% from 3. And that's okay if you take 1 or 2 a night.
No, yeah.
He's taking 7 a night. And so
everybody's spooked with Rudy Gobert being right there in the paint. That's what it looks like. It looks like Jokic is trying to force him out,
but
smoke him out, but he's not.
Rudy's not coming out. When Nikola Jokic right now is taking a 3, that is almost best case scenario for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And so he has got to either rediscover that touch from 3 and rediscover just his touch in general. I'm not used to seeing Nikola Jokic miss layups and ending up on the ground, and I am used to him complaining to the official about it, but it's like there are a handful of occasions in game 2 where it's just like, whoa, something's missing. And his touch has been off since he came back from injury, but I thought he started to rediscover it down the backstretch of the season. And but when I see Nikola Jokic turn down his bread and butter floater, and that's a touch shot, all right, that's like
you're talking about the one where he ends up dishing it to CB.
Yeah, of course, yes. Like that to me right now is it's the lasting image through 2 games is him turning down his bread and butter shot and trying to force feed it to Christian Brown. And Brown going to the free throw line, and then he misses a free throw. And that's another thing. It's like you hope that from CB's confidence, like you're at the charity stripe, down 2, and you have 2 attempts and you miss one. Man, that you just hope that doesn't fester. And yesterday he said he won't let it.
You don't really have time. You don't have time to dwell on it. I think I'm going to be in that position again. The next time I'll step up and knock him down. Like I said, it sucks. It's not the whole game, but I feel like I make that free throw in a lot better spots. So kind of got to take that one on the chin. That's on me. And like I said, I'm going to be in more pressure spots going forward. So I'm excited for those moments.
But no one on the Denver Nuggets would want Christian Brown on the free throw line instead of Jokic just shooting his patented floater.
Exactly. I'm glad that CB is holding himself accountable and he's saying he's going to get the next opportunity. CB, it might come your way, but please, no. Put it in Jamal's hand. Put it in Jokic's hand. For Jokic, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This is your moment.
Yeah.
This is why you're the greatest player to play, because you come with the intensity when it matters the most. And you pass up, like you just got done saying, on your bread and butter shot. What in the world is going on? Has me pissed off right now.
Yeah, it's just
what?
And obviously Jokic after the game said he should have shot it.
Yeah.
But to the larger issue here through 2 games, so we just established that Aaron Gordon is shooting 22% from 3. Nikola Jokic is shooting 21% from 3. There's someone else on this team that is shooting 23% from 3. It's Cam Johnson. Jamal Murray is shooting 27% from 3.
And we talked about that one. I don't know if we talked about on air or, during the break, but I knew about Jamal.
So between Aaron Gordon, Cam Johnson, Jamal Murray, and Nikola Jokic, all 4 of those guys is shooting in the 20% variety from 3 through 2 games. And I have more numbers for you. These are open threes, okay? Taking this from NBA.com. The Denver Nuggets with wide open threes in game number 1. Wide open defined by you have 6 feet of space, and that's wide open in the NBA. So on open threes in game number 1, Denver shot 52% from 3. In game number 2 on open threes, Denver shot 27%. Cam Johnson went 0 for 4 on open threes. Christian Brown went 1 for 3 on open threes. Aaron Gordon went 0 for 2 on open threes. Jokic went 0 for 2 on open threes. Jamal actually went 4 of 9. So
right there, it tells you everything you need to know.
52% to 27%.
You're not winning like that. especially when you're taking as many threes as the Denver Nuggets are taking.
Right.
Like they have to hit at some point because now it widens that lead or it helps stabilize things when things get rough on you. And the Nuggets aren't coming through with it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And Minnesota's feeling good. I mean, Minnesota, you got Jaden McDaniels like openly taking shots. This was Ant-Man after the game talking about his shot blocking ability.
I'm just trying to, I just be watching Dwayne Wade clips. He was beat at the rim, so I just be trying to beat at the rim. That's all. Like, people come in the rim, if Rudy ain't down there, I'm trying to beat that shit. I don't care who it is. So if you come down there and you see Fever down there, I'm going up.
So you're not thinking about.
I don't give a damn. I'm trying to beat that shit.
Does that sound like a confident player?
It sounds like a really, really good player that's really confident.
Yeah.
And D-Wade used to beat the you-know-what out of those balls.
Yeah, a fun fact, a little trivia here. Dwayne Wade has the most blocks in NBA history for a guard, more than Michael Jordan.
I believe it.
Dwayne Wade's timing on block shots was as elite as we have ever seen. And so this is the dynamics. That's Ant, Jaden McDaniels taking his shots like and Adelman and these guys are asked about it today and they're responding and it's like it's almost worthless to respond. It's almost worthless because you have to go do it. The time for words. I mean, this is the postseason. You have championship aspirations. Go take those words and cram them down their throat.
Well, okay, Z, but like that's easier said than done when it comes to like you of course you have to go do it. But like not saying anything, like you have like your pride's in the way now.
But what do you say? What can you say? What would you say? Phillip Lindsay, I mean, he's a terrible defensive player. What do you say?
For me, I'm going to motivate myself and be like, you know what? Like, it's time now. They're gonna get a different version of me now. It's on and cracking. They disrespected me. They disrespected my team, and I don't like it. Like, I'm bringing the fire back. Now, of course, like you said, now you got to go and do it. What are you saying? What is ZB saying if I say, hey, look, ZB, he can't guard me. Them ankles is weak. The knees, they're shot. The hair is gray. I'm like, no, he's done. What are you gonna say to me?
It would be something along the lines of what it would be like a hybrid of what Christian Brown and who else? Cam Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
It's like let them say whatever they want. We have to go do it. We have to go do it. We weren't good defensively, and so but the series isn't over after 2 games. You get nothing by winning a game in the postseason. That's what Minnesota did. They won a game. And so let's see. Actions over words. Go prove it. Go prove. You shouldn't need any other motivation. Oh. You are trying to win a championship. And you're knotted up here in the first round. We'll see how they react tomorrow night. And so I think this is going to go 7 games. It sounds like you think it's going to go 7 games.
It's 7. Quick question, though.
Yeah.
You were in the building, and you were explaining, this was before the game happened, and you were explaining how confident it seemed like everybody was.
Yes. To a degree that I had never personally heard before.
So do you still think that they would have that same confidence, or they're going to have that same confidence now on the road after what just happened? If you were to talk to them in Game 3, and I know you can't because they're going to be gone.
Right. Oh, man.
How does that look? You know what I mean? Like, how does that look?
That's a great question. Because, yeah, I mean, the unbridled confidence, and I talked to, call it 3 or 4 people, all within the organization, all right? Member of the coaching staff, member of the player development staff, like guys who know the temperature of this group. And it was, man, like they're going to need help tonight. They're going to, because the message that I was getting from them, and this is in the 90 minutes, 2 hours before tip-off, is we didn't play well. We won by double figures. We didn't play well. Jokic didn't play well. We shot 28% from 3, and we won going away. And so I get it. And then the game started. We talked about this yesterday. It was like a fulfillment of the prophecy 2 hours before. And then the second quarter happened, you know? And so doubt, I think doubt is probably creeping in a little bit, and it should. The recent history, they got you the last time.
They did.
And then they just got you in a similar way that they got you before. Up 20, up 19, all this stuff. So, look, the Nuggets, they've been out of the second round 0 times since they won the championship, right? You should already be feeling your mortality, and that should bring the best out of you. Fight or flight, you know? like a wounded animal. Like they just came and got you. You have to find a way to get one in Minnesota. I think they will.
And honestly, like nobody wants to hear this, but it might be good for them to get them knocked off their high horse a little bit, to understand, hey, look, yes, you guys are good, but the Wolves aren't just going to back down. And they found a way to come back and get you in the second quarter and then find a way to win the game. And so now everybody is aware. Everybody's antennas is up. And now it's not just about confidence, it's about being consistent, starting fast and finishing strong. And maybe it wakes up Jokic that, dude, we need you. We need you to score points. It can't be you just giving assists and it's the rebounds and you get this cute triple-double. No, it needs to be the Jokic that scores the 30, 35 points, gets involved, and then once you get involved, it opens the doors for everybody.
Yeah, I want to see him go at Rudy's sternum. I want to see him be more aggressive. And I wanted to see that after game one when they won. And he's hanging out on the perimeter, taking 3 after 3. He found some success in game number 1, operating the high post around the nail, that free throw area. But he needs to get back to his identity. And we should see an uber-aggressive Jokic tomorrow night. We really should. And we've seen in this matchup on Christmas Day, and no, it's not the postseason, but damn, that felt like a big game that night, considering all the history and the standings at the time. And Jokic went for a 56-point triple-double. So we'll see what we're in store for. But it can't stay status quo. It just can't. It can't. And Adelman needs to be better. So all of it. Aaron Gordon needs to be better. I mean, so...
From the looks of it, Cam Johnson needs to be better from the 3. I mean, he's shooting, you said, what, 23%?
23% from 3 in the series through 2 games. So, but I'll say this, and I know you guys already know this, but I need to say it anyway. This is the best road team in the history of the Denver Nuggets. This one that we're watching here. Both Nuggets and Avs, best road teams they've ever had this year. And both are about to be tested tomorrow night for both of them. Denver went 26-15. They almost had an identical road record than they did at home. At home, they were 28-13 on the 28-13, and on the road they were 26-15. So we'll see what it looks like tomorrow night. The Avs, on the other hand, last night.
Holy
smokes, man! I have to be real. I had my doubts. I had my doubts that they were going to be able to finish that game, and. It was, again, the second straight like nip and tuck nail biter where the first goal, the first goal we thought it was Sam Olinsky.
Yeah.
That was in the third period, I believe, right? And
the beginning of it.
It never goes in the net. It looked like it did to the guys on the ice. It never did. So goal is, taken off the board if it was ever on there in the first place. And then when Los Angeles scores with under 7 minutes left, I'm going, oh, man, are they going to come in and steal one and go back to Tinseltown with this thing evened up?
And it's like, come on, y'all. Like, it's been 2 goals for the Kings, and it's been on special teams, the power play. And miraculously, it's been at the end of the games, into the third period.
Yep.
And so at that time, you're right, Z. I'm sitting there saying, what's going to happen? The Avs haven't been able to get the puck in the back of the net all game long. All right. Nathan McKinnon, where are you at? Netjes, where are you at? Like, we need somebody to score a goal. Kale, where are you at? And Kale had a chance, and it
fired it off the crossbar.
Yeah, the crossbar. So they're there. And sure enough, Landy comes in. Netjes does his part, stays with the puck, stays with the play. Nice assist to Gabe. Gabe puts it in there, and now it's tied 1-1, right? It's like things like that are so dramatic, but I was doubting the Avs a little bit there towards the end, saying, do they have enough to beat the Kings when the Kings are up? And what the Kings want to do is muck it up, clog up the neutral zone, and play this style of hockey.
Well, good for Gabe, man. I love that it was Gabe. I love that it was, and Netjes' assist was just filth. Just absolute filthy. And Landy hammers it home. Degree of difficulty, not the hardest of his career, but you still have to finish the job. This was Landy after the game.
Yeah, it's tight. It's tight. That's the way it's going to be. It's the way both teams like it. I think it's very competitive. Obviously, the momentum kind of goes back and forth a little bit. It's the way you're going to have to manage it. Both goalies play great again, and it's just neither team wants to give up anything, so it's tight.
It's super tight. And I think the 2 best players in this series are Anton Forsberg and Scott Wedgwood.
No doubt.
Literally.
No doubt.
In that order, by the way.
Yeah. I can't put Wedgie over Forsberg because Forsberg, he's getting peppered. High danger opportunities for the Avs, and he's still coming through, right? Key saves, just like Wedgwood. And so it's like it's a masterclass from both goalies to do their part. And now it comes down to who is going to break. All right, is it the backup goalie Scott Wedgwood, which I don't believe he is. He's oozing with confidence. Or is it Forsberg where it's like, hey, man, you don't have a lot of firepower in front of you when it comes to scoring and offense. All right, are you going to be able to weather the storm when you really get peppered? And if you can, how long will this last? And I don't believe it's going to last that long with Forsberg, and they don't play well at home.
They do
the
not.
Kings, that is.
No, they do not. They do not. By the way, did you catch us on the broadcast last night that the interim head coach, DJ Smith, is consulting with?
Don't know.
Did you catch us?
No.
What other coach is he talking with about the Avs? Anyone behind the glass catch this?
I didn't catch it, but I would guess it's Pete DeBoer.
Pete DeBoer. Pete DeBoer. And when I said that, I just it makes my skin curl.
Shake it.
Like, because we know the black magic that Pete DeBoer has against the Avs, and the fact that DJ Smith has, and good for him, the presence of mind to pick up the phone. Like, wait, you've beat these guys 3 different times with 3 different teams.
How are you doing it?
And part of what he said was you just have to hang in the fight, withstand the pressure. He's like, and just kind of stay there in the middle of the ring and keep fighting. And they're doing a good job of it. They honestly are. This series is, I know it says it's 2-0, and it is, and that's the only truly thing that matters tangibly. But damn, this has been way more competitive than I thought. Way more competitive than I thought. In almost every way, really. What else here? The depth scoring on display. Right, it's Lecky, it's LOC, it's Landy, it's Nicholas Waugh. Those are the goal scorers in the series. That's it, guys. That's it. There's been 4 goals in 2 games for the Avs. The Avs average 4 goals a game, and so it's just these series, man. They take
playoff
on
series, man.
Yeah, they take on a life of their own. But it almost feels like thankful or grateful that you have a 2-0 series lead in a series that McKinnon hasn't scored, Makar hasn't scored, Val hasn't scored, Netchis hasn't scored, Brock Nelson hasn't scored.
Yeah, so it's just the beginning, and this is why everybody's so optimistic about the Avs. Like, at some point, it's getting ready to break through. I can see a game coming. Maybe it's game 3 where the Avs put up 5 goals. And it is Netchis, and it's Nate Dogg, maybe it's Kale, somebody like that, or all 3 of them decide to put the puck in the back of the net.
I don't know if that game is coming.
No?
I obviously hope it does.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just stylistically,
I don't trust that Forsberg is going to be the same version of himself. I think that at some point he is going to break, and it's not because of him. It's because of the guys in front of him. And if let's just say there's a couple puck luck goals for the Avs, all right, now their backs, the Kings' backs are really against the wall, and they don't have enough.
No, no. Offensively, they are not built to come from behind. But we just haven't seen it yet,
and we haven't.
So we're still like basing this on the projection of what this series was supposed to be, not necessarily what it is on a shift by shift basis. But I will say this too: as high octane and the number 1 scoring team in the league and all that stuff with the Avs. How impressive have they been defensively?
Oh, they have been on the blue line, man. They've been physical. They've been gritty. They've been stopping it as well, stopping the puck flow. So, they're doing their part. This is just a nasty game, down and dirty. Who's tougher? Who's stronger? Who's getting those big-time hits?
Here was Landy talking about the defense after the game.
We have absolutely no problem playing this way. I think we like playing this way. And, like it was mentioned before that we're defensive metrics, I think over the season we're one of the top teams, if not the one. So we know what we need to do to be successful and to be hard to play against defensively. For us, that's kind of where it starts, is our checking game. So that's important.
And this is ultimately why I believe this team's going to go win the Stanley Cup. It's like, how do you want it? You want to do boxing? You want to step in and do MMA? Like you want to how do you want it? Weapons? Like
you want it over here? You want it over there? You want it up top? Where you want it?
How do you want to get down? Because we can get down however you want to get down. We feel like we've seen the Avs win games this year 9-1, and we've seen them win 2-1 in back-to-back playoff games. So, all right, we'll see how this continues to unfold tomorrow night in La La Land. All right, are we seeing the signs of a rising star in Denver sports? I think the answer is yes. We'll talk about who and why next.
Start the clock. The Denver Broncos traded their first-round pick. But they could surprise us all and trade their way back into day 1 action. Join us at the Sportsbook Bar and Grill in Parker Thursday, April 23rd for the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan Draft Party, presented by Carrier Colorado. Zach By and Phillip Lindsay will broadcast live starting at 2 p.m. Brandon Stokely and Mark Schlereth join the action at 4. Then John Davis, Cecil Lammey, and NFL insider James Palmer take you through every first-round pick. We'll see you there. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
That sound? Yeah, that's not a good sign. Hey, it's Drew Brees, and when your car starts making noises like that, a big repair bill might be coming right at you. But with CarShield, you don't have to fear unexpected breakdowns. CarShield helps protect you from expensive auto repairs. I spent my career making tough calls, but this one is simple.
Visit carshield.com now and join the team that's helped millions of drivers save. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
A multi-billion-dollar settlement is paying claims for up to 21 years. If you were exposed to weed killers at work or at home, your rights are affected. If you or your family has or had non-Hodgkin lymphoma, you could receive $6,000 to $165,000 or more. This settlement impacts you even if you're not sick, because this blood cancer can take 10 to 15 years to appear. If you stay in the settlement, you give up your right to sue. Learn more at weedkillerclass.com or call 888-403-8201. Paid for by the Roundup Settlement.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock t-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning, one heavy metal tee at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. In a world where dealerships come and go, one name has stood the test of time. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet, proudly serving Colorado since 1987 as the longest owned Chevy dealer in the state. From a huge selection of new Chevys to quality pre-owned vehicles, plus a team committed to treating you right, it's no wonder generations of Colorado drivers keep coming back. To see all the specials, visit BozarthAuto.com today. Again, that's BozarthAuto.com. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet. Experience you trust, service you deserve since 1987.
I started my first business when I was 12, mowing lawns for about $5 a yard. I learned if you do the job right, people trust you and customers care that you show up and do what you say you're going to do. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Doors. From garage door repairs to upgrades, we show up, we stand behind every job. We only use the best parts, and spring's guaranteed to last a lifetime. When you care about the people you serve, you work harder and it shows. Call Don's Garage Doors today or schedule online at donsgaragedoors.com.
When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
Cecil Lammey here for Window Nation. Spring is a great time to open your windows and wait a second, what? Windows won't open? They leak? They're cracked? They need repainting? Again? Getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation is easy and affordable. During the More You Buy, the More You Save sale, you could save up to 50% off. Plus, you could get them with zero interest for 5 years. During uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is in your home. So visit windownation.com now to book a consultation.
Are you looking for the perfect engagement ring? Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthew's Fine Watches and Jewelry. We have a great selection to choose from. If you're looking for that one-of-a-kind custom ring, our associates will take the time with you to design that ring that she will love, and her friends will go crazy over. At Matthews, when you purchase your ring and Centerstone, you'll receive 20% off your wedding bands. Make the right choice. Come to Matthews and save.
Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry, located in the Highlands Ranch Town Center or online at MatthewsFineWatches.com.
Hey, it's Stokely. Spring is here, but you know Colorado. Warm one day, chilly the next. And trust me, summer is coming in hot. Beat the rush with an early bird air conditioner tune-up and inspection for only $49 from ROX Rocks Heating and Air. They'll inspect your system and keep you cool when everyone else is scrambling. Call Rocks Heating and Air today and schedule your tune-up before the end of April. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair, ROX, Rocks, Heating and Air.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Some days self-care starts with Nature-Made gummy vitamins, a deep breath, and a little encouragement.
Mom, I'm really nervous.
Me too, honey, but we've got this. Repeat after me. I'm gonna have a good day.
I'm going to have a good day.
I choose joy no matter what comes my way.
I bring joy wherever I go.
Quality gummy vitamins from Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Still babysitting your cleaning crew? Missed trash, dusty desks, complaints from staff? Pike Janitorial has served Denver businesses since 1994 with professionally supervised commercial cleaning that gets done right the first time. Offices, warehouses, medical facilities, they show up, handle it, and you don't have to think about it. No excuses, no callbacks. And they'll beat your current cleaner's price by 10%. Guaranteed. Call 303-306-0290. Pike Janitorial. Clean you can count on.
I'm Rob Wilhite. If you've been in a car accident, you need experience that wins. For almost 50 years in Colorado, my firm has recovered over $1 billion for crash victims. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's WilhiteWins.com.
The right financial strategies can make a huge difference, especially if you're nearing retirement. Adam Mueller talks retirement strategies with Mile High Money. Saturday mornings at 8 on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, bottom half of hour number 4 here on a Wednesday. All right, appreciate you guys rocking with us. I said going into the last break, hey, are we seeing a rising star, like right before our eyes?
Well, yeah, Z, you're seeing me.
In Denver sports.
Seeing me, baby.
A rising star? A rising star, he says.
Seeing me, man. Thank you. It's flattered.
You're kind of like you're a rising star the way like Pluto's a star. Like kinda.
You know, a little bit.
Big ball of ice, mostly.
Rising star. What are you talking
rising
about?
star, man. I'm talking about one Chase Dollander. Are you guys seeing this? Now, a lot of people have just put the Rockies, out of mind. And again, I'm never going to tell a fan how to fan, okay? But I'll tell you, you're missing something that's budding. It's budding right before our eyes, just like a spring flower here in April.
Ooh,
all
look
right?
at you.
And what we saw yesterday was a duplicate of what we saw last week against the Astros. So last week against Houston, Chase Dollander puts out a career 9 strikeouts, career high. Last night, 9 strikeouts again. And Phil, it's not just that he's striking guys out, like he looks electric. His arm is so live. He's making these professional hitters look silly, like more than once, just either throwing it right by them.
Yeah.
He's got the changeup. He's got the slider. Like at one point last night, they're predicting what pitch is coming next, and he throws something completely different.
But the man's elite, and he's just young. Right? He's young, and last year he wasn't ready. And a lot of these pitchers, a lot of these young players are not ready for the majors, right? They're not ready for the big leagues just yet. But over time, you grow, you develop, you start to understand the game. The game slows down for you, and that's what it looks like for Dollander. Like, it looks like it's slowing down for him. He's starting to gain the confidence that he's already had, right? He's already had this confidence, but now you're playing it at a higher level, and so sometimes it takes a little bit of time to say, okay, like it's just baseball for him. Like he's been doing this his whole life. And now it's looking like he's being more consistent with it coming out of that bullpen.
I mean, exciting, man. Just flat out exciting. Now, the Rockies did lose 1-0. It was actually just the 4th time in the history of the team that they lost a game at Coors Field 1-0. The last time that it happened was 20 years ago in 2006. And so Chase Dollander, super exciting. And when we started this journey this year, it was, okay, can you be competent and competitive? They've been much more competent and competitive, and it's another 1-run loss. but we also wanted to see young players start to evolve towards the future. And it's still so early in this process. So the fact that we're seeing Chase Dollander put together out of the bullpen 18 strikeouts in the last 2 appearances, like that's I did not have that on my bingo card.
No, now consistent. You got to stay consistent. And he's had words. All right, he's very confident. So he's telling everybody what he feels like. And also, I think he's speaking to maybe even everybody in the building that he wants to be more than just a guy coming out of the bullpen.
Yeah, he wants to be a starter.
Exactly. He
Yeah.
wants to be a part of that damn rotation.
Well, this was young Chase Dollander, all right, the 24-year-old righty, in the locker room after the game. Kind of sounds like Anthony Edwards a little bit. Just a little bit. In terms of the confidence. Listen to Chase Dollander. What did you learn about yourself out there last night?
That I'm dominant, and I can dominate any lineup. I think it's, just a testament to everything I've been through, and the learning lessons I had last year and everything I did this offseason.
I'm dominant. I can dominate any lineup. And
mic drop.
Yeah, I mean, and when you're going against guys like Xander Bogaerts and Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis Jr., like these are guys. These are household names that you're like. It was really, really fun. It's been really exciting. Chase Dollander, you're seeing exactly what you would have hoped to see here in April from this very young pitcher. Now, again, the offense was terrible. Just flat out terrible. No run support. The pitching hasn't been the problem this year with the Rockies, mostly. Like last night, believe it or not, the Padres struck out 15 times due to these pitchers. Obviously, mostly Dollander, but he wasn't doing all the work. So it's good to see, and it's good to see the improvement from someone like Dollander year over year when it comes to pitching at Coors Field, because his home field advantage didn't exist a year ago. At Coors a year ago, Dollander had an ERA of 9.98, 12 homers and 11 starts. So far this year, his ERA is down from 9.98 to 1.74.
That's a dramatic drop.
You could say that again. And so, and by the way, no homers allowed in 2 games. So the Padres thing, it is what it is. They kind of own the Rockies for whatever reason. In their last 18, they're 15-3 against Colorado.
It's the youth movement. These young guys, like TJ Rumfield, right, doing his thing at times. Right, that's what you want to see, the growth from these young boys.
All right, if you guys want to react to that at all, you can hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. What did we learn today in Denver sports? That's how we'll finish up, coming up next.
Avs playoffs. Nuggets playoffs. It's beautiful. It's brutal. The ups, the downs. We're here to help you through it because we get it. We're just like you. You're going to yell at your TV. You're going to text your group chat in all caps. You're going to have opinions. Well, guess what? So do we. Lots of them. We're here to tell you the truth. We'll talk. We're saying what everyone's thinking out loud. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver's playoff headquarters.
How was your break?
It was great until I stopped for gas. Prices have gone up almost $1 with no end in sight. I might have to start watching how much I drive.
That's exactly why I use Upside. I never pay full price for gas with the free Upside app.
Upside?
Yes, Upside. It's the free app that gives you cash back just for buying the gas you're already buying. So, even with the rising gas prices, I'll never have to limit how much I drive.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Just last year, I made over $200 with the Upside app.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Upside app right now.
Download the free Upside app to earn cash back on the gas you're already buying. Use promo code THRIVE25 for an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code THRIVE25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first fill-up. That's THRIVE25.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
The biggest savings of the year from the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver Metro, Groove Toyota. Limited time during the Over and Above sales event. Over 300 Toyota Tacomas. Only $329 a month lease. Visit GrooveToyota.com. Find your groove with 329 Tacomas at GrooveToyota.com. Start here. Go anywhere.
Closed and lease for 36 months with $35.99 due at signing. Zero security deposit. On approved credit. Call 720-961-4465 for complete details. Offer expires 5/4/26.
When the dollar's convertibility into gold ended in 1971, gold was fixed at $35 an ounce. Fast forward to today, and the U.S. dollar has lost over 85% of its purchasing power. Meanwhile, gold has increased in value by over 12,000%. Central banks are buying gold at record levels. Major firms are holding significant positions in gold. And I choose to buy gold from Birch Gold Group. Stan Bongino, and it all starts with education. Birch Gold just announced their Learn and Earn Precious Metals event. This free online event rewards you for learning the basics of investing in precious metals. Sign up to get free silver on your next purchase if you qualify. And you can get even larger incentives as you go. The more you learn, the more you can earn. But act now. This special event only runs through April 30th, so text my name Dan to the number 989898 to join Birch Gold's Learn and Earn Precious Metals event by April 30th. Text Dan to 989898 today. Message and data rates may apply.
Most financial advisors only manage your money. They refer you out for taxes. They refer you out for estate planning. They refer you out when things get complicated. Did they really vet that person? Or did they meet once, exchange business cards, and call it a partnership? A referral isn't accountability. It's a handoff. When your investments, taxes, and estate plan are built separately, gaps happen, and those can cost money. At Trajan, we didn't build a referral network. We built a family office for all. Wealth, tax, estate. One team delivering coordinated planning, once reserved for the ultra-wealthy. If you want real coordination and not just introductions, call Trajan Wealth today.
Call Trajan today at 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Jacob's Law, 303 Law 4040. Really proud of this case that we just settled. There was a young man very seriously injured. In fact, I had to go to the hospital and meet with him and his family. And we checked with the insurance companies while I was at the hospital, and they claimed no insurance coverage on either side. And on top of that, he had no medical insurance. So he was going to be facing about $400,000 in medical bills. And I said to the family, I said, I cannot make you any promises, but I know no other lawyer is going to touch this case because the insurance companies say they won't pay. But I want to try. Let me at least try. And I put my team at 303 Law 4040 on it, and they found $75,000 in insurance coverage that the insurance companies did not want to pay. So not only did we get them $75,000, but we also found a way to get them on Medicaid. So the $400,000 in bills was covered by medical insurance as well. We were proud. We fought for them. We'll fight just as hard for you if you ever need us. The number's 303 Law 4040. Go ahead, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need us. It's 303 Law 4040.
Hey, Broncos country. I'm Terrell Davis, and I'm here with Donnie, owner of the Fitness Gallery. There is nothing more important than your health. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. Work out on your schedule from the privacy of your own home. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
You're ready to make fitness fit your schedule. Don't wait. Secure pre-tariff pricing today.
You never regret buying quality. Visit Colorado's largest fitness store, Fitness Gallery, and get started on your goals today.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is hoop. H-O-O-P. Text HOOP to 303-713-1043 right now, and you could win a $50 Dick's Sporting Goods gift card and qualify for the $1,000 grand prize. That's HOOP to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
Denver Sports 1043 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, final segment here on a Wednesday. Appreciate you guys rocking with us. Fun show tomorrow. We'd love to see you at the Sportsbook Bar and Grill in Parker for a live show starting at 2 o'clock. All right. It's going to be a fun day. All right, as was today. Stopping by, friend of the show, the scrappy one, the Scrapster, Scrap Peterson. What up, Will?
What up, boys?
Scrappy.
You know, I asked going into the previous break, what did we learn today in Denver sports? And right now on DenverSports.com, you have an article up that there is a new name on the Denver Nuggets injury report. Tell us what we need to know.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon's now on here, guys, with left calf tightness. Phil, he's probable, which is a great sign. Yeah. That means he's going to play. 99 out of 100 times you're going to play when you're probable. But still, first time he's been on the injury report in this series. We know he dealt with 2 hammy issues this year, a calf issue as well. Aaron Gordon only played in 36 games for the Denver Nuggets this season. That's kind of jarring when you really wrap your mind around it. And we said, is he going to be healthy for 2 months? Well, we're now 2 games in, and our guy's on the injury report.
This is not good, man. Not good at all. And honestly, we've been talking about it. It says, hey, AG looks like a shell of himself right now. Defensively, it's not there. He doesn't has that burst. He doesn't have that physicality. Usually he's the best on-ball defender, and I can't sit here and say that today confidently that he is. And now you're saying that he's on this injury report. It's never good to be on the injury report, no matter if you're going to play or not. And with AG, it's been the back game 1 where he's went in and he's grabbing at his back. And now it's talking about a soft tissue situation with his calf, which now is like, here we go again. It starts with the calf, then it works its way up to the hamstring, and we're only in game 2, going into game 3. We need AG, and we talk about this all the time. You don't win a championship without Aaron Gordon, a healthy Aaron Gordon, man. I'm very concerned, Will.
Yeah, no, I am too, and you mentioned it. I mean, he played 37 minutes in game 2, only had 8 points, 3 of 9 shooting. He did have 7 rebounds, 4 assists, so he definitely helped in other departments. Hit that 3 late in the fourth quarter, one that sort of kept the Nuggets in the ball game. But he's not passing the eye test. And you've watched enough Nuggets basketball, I've watched enough Nuggets basketball, our listeners have as well, that when Aaron Gordon's passing the eye test, he's throwing down reverse dunks on lobs from Nikola Jokic. He's flying all over the floor.
He threw down that one dunk in the first quarter.
He did.
Where he hit the fast break, and it's like, okay, he's a little spry, and then after that, he just kind of disappeared.
And this could explain some of it. Again, I don't know how badly the calf was bothering him during the game, but Aaron Gordon's on there as probable. And then the other one is Payton Watson still out? I know you and Zach have dove into this a lot over the last couple of days, but what's your gut right now? Does Payton Watson ever play a game in a Nuggets uniform ever again?
You know what? After going back and forth with ZB and him kind of explaining what he has heard in the building at times, I don't believe we're going to see Payton Watson at all this series. And, Will, I don't believe we're going to see Payton Watson at all the rest of the playoffs. One, I don't think his hamstring is ready to go. And what ZB has said is he looks stiff. All right, you don't miraculously just come back off a hamstring injury. It's hard to do. And let's not forget that he's already pulled it 3 times. If he pulls it a 4th, he's done. He is done. He is no good for us for the rest of the postseason. On top of that, he's getting ready to make the most money he's ever seen in his life. Generational wealth. Over $100 million is going to be offered to him at some point. And he doesn't want to mess that up. He was on a heater when he was healthy, and they're going to take that, him and his agency, his team, they're going to take it and run with it, as they should. All right, your job as an agent is to get your client paid as much money as possible, and you have to be smart because you're not going to make this much money again in your life.
Yeah, and this one's tricky for me, man, because I see both sides of it. First of all, it's generational wealth, like you said. It's money for not just now, it's money for the next, 100 years in the Watson family. It's an obscene amount of money he's going to make this offseason. So I'm never going to criticize someone for chasing the bag. At the same time, you have a unique opportunity to be a key piece on a title team. And what have the Nuggets struggled with, particularly in Game 2? Protection around the rim, clogging the paint,
athletic ability,
blocking shots, athleticism, all things that Payton Watson does well. They desperately need him at some point in this series, and honestly, they'd probably be up 2-0 if they had him right now. So I struggle with it as a Nuggets fan because part of me is saying, just go get your money, man. I totally get it. And then part of me saying, dude, we need you. Like, please come play.
Well, see,
how will he be perceived by Nuggets Nation if it comes out that he could have played, was at 80, 85, 90%, but didn't play because he was worried about blowing his big
Well,
contract.
I don't think he cares about Nuggets Nation and what they have to say.
Ooh,
but what
those
I
are
think,
fighting words.
I'll tell you what he cares about is what his teammates have to say.
Okay.
And if Jamal or somebody else catches wind that, hey, you could play, but you're not, because it's a small circle, right? There's not a lot of players, and a lot of players have the same agent, and they talk. And let's say maybe that Jokic and Jamal find out that he could play, and they're talking to him. And then P. Watt says, look, I'm not playing. All right, that can create some friction in the locker room. And now you have this drama going on with trying to beat the Wolves, which is already going to be a tough task. So this could end up being a bunch of drama. And for Peyton Watson, it's like, are you healthy enough to play? And if you are, will you play? And then it's for the staff is, are you going to try to force this man to try to play? You can't force anybody to play, but put pressure on him that you need him. And is Peyton Watson going to crack and play?
You're making a lot of sense, but you said one comment there that just caught my attention. You said, I don't think he cares what Nuggets Nation thinks. And I just watched a documentary on Netflix about the Jailblazers, the Portland Trailblazers, Rasheed Wallace and Bonzi Wells and Damon Stoudemire. And it was a fascinating doc because it happened when I was, in middle school, in high school, so a lot of stuff I didn't know. And Bonzi Wells infamously made a comment in Sports Illustrated that he didn't care about the fans. And that ruined his reputation in Portland. That crushed his reputation, and ultimately the Blazers fell apart and Bonzi went elsewhere. I found it curious that you said, and I know you're not speaking for him.
No, I'm not. Definitely not speaking for my man.
Cares about the teammates, not maybe what the fans think. What I'm getting at is if it comes out that Peyton Watson could have played and didn't play because he was worried about his next contract, he may get booed if he comes back to Ball Arena in a Lakers uniform.
But tell me this, who are we going to believe? Are we going to believe somebody that says, hey, he can play, or are we going to believe Peyton Watson, the guy that's dealing with the injury? I think this is where it becomes tough because I've been in situations where athletic trainer says, hey, you can play. But I know I can't play. But I play anyway because they're putting it out there to the world that I can play. And instead, I probably should have stopped my own self because it is about my health. Mm-hmm. And so for someone like P. Watt, only he will know if he could truly play or not.
Yeah, we'll see. But they need him. They definitely need him, especially with Aaron Gordon now being on the injury report. Again, he's probable, likely to play, but not what you want to see. Phil, quick thought on that Avs game last night. Dante and I are going to get into it on Denver Sports tonight, but so much happened for a 2-1 hockey game.
So much.
You got a high hit on Natchez. You got a penalty shot. You got a great Wedgwood save. You got glass breaking. You got a glass delay. You got overtime.
You got Wedgwood going ballistic, standing on his damn head.
Was that the most exciting 2-1 hockey game you've ever watched?
It was.
Me too.
Like, what in the world is going on? There's so much going on, but at the same time, not a lot going on, too, when it becomes 2-1 and you win in overtime.
Yeah, no, it was thrilling. I can't wait to dive into it on Denver Sports tonight. Zach By's out of here. Phillip Lindsay, good job.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man.
I'll be listening tomorrow, and you got DST coming up next.
They've defended home ice and seized control of the series. The Colorado Avalanche stunned the Kings, riding an overtime dagger from Nicolas Roy to grab a 2-0 lead. 2 wins down, 14 to go. Now the stage shifts west, where the noise gets louder and the pressure cranks up. A trip to Hollywood is next, and the Avalanche are coming with momentum, confidence, and a stranglehold on the series. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver's playoff headquarters.
The cost of living isn't just high, it's exhausting. If you've been leaning on credit cards lately just to cover the basics like groceries, gas, and utility bills, you're essentially paying a survival tax of 20% interest or more. Why keep handing your hard-earned paycheck to the big banks when you could keep it for your family? My friends at American Financing have a better way. They're helping homeowners tap into their equity to pay off high-interest debt with mortgage rates currently in the 5s. On average, American Financing is saving their customers $800 a month, nearly $10,000 a year back in your pocket. It's not just a loan, it's a total financial reset. It takes just 10 minutes to find out what you could save. No upfront fees and no obligation to talk to a salary-based mortgage consultant. Here's the kicker. Start today and you could even delay 2 mortgage payments. American Financing, America's home for home loans. Call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org. APR for rates in the 5 start at 6.327% for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
What's going on, gentlemen? If you've been going to the gym, lifting, sweating, grunting, doing everything short of sacrificing a protein shake to the fitness gods, and still not seeing results, it might not be because you're not working hard enough. It may be because you're dealing with low testosterone. And low testosterone makes workouts feel pointless. Sleep feels impossible, and your sex drive is just not there. And this could add brain fog, low energy, weight gain, and suddenly you're wondering if your body is running on a low power mode. But I'm here to tell you that my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic are here to help you out because they specialize in fixing exactly that. They have advanced medical strategies such as TRT, GH, peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and even more to help you get your energy back, improve sleep, boost your workouts, shed pounds, and bring back that sex drive that we all deserve to have. And I'm here to tell you fellas that your first visit is only $99, which will include a medical consult plus a T and PSA test. And if you start treatments on the day of your appointment, the visit is free. And they have treated tens of thousands of men across Colorado, guys, so they can treat you guaranteed. All right, so take the low T quiz at their website at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com and stop blaming the gym. Give them a call at 720-440-7900 or visit them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
When a semi-truck hits you, it's not always just a fender bender. First, it's the missed work. Then the medical bills pile up. And these big rig companies can move fast with teams of lawyers, investigators, and denials. If you're not ready, you're already behind. At the Berg Simpson Law Firm, we've handled these cases for decades. So if you've been struck by an 18-wheeler, call us at Berg Simpson today.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here. In a world where dealerships come and go, one name has stood the test of time. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet, proudly serving Colorado since 1987 as the longest owned Chevy dealer in the state. From a huge selection of new Chevys to quality pre-owned vehicles, plus a team committed to treating you right, it's no wonder generations of Colorado drivers keep coming back. To see all the specials, visit BozarthAuto.com today. Again, that's BozarthAuto.com. Bozarth and Celebration Chevrolet. Experience you trust, service you deserve since 1987.
Introducing Mine to Shine, the world's most personal diamond. Here's Shayna and Dylan Williams.
Come experience the most revolutionary and transparent way to buy a diamond.
Mine to Shine by Kwiat and Williams Jewelers. The natural diamonds cut, polished, and designed just for you.
First, we'll help you select a natural, conflict-free, and ethically mined diamond.
Then you select one of Kwiat's legendary shapes: Kwiat Cushion, Oval, Radiant, Emerald, or Incredible Ashoka.
A whiter, brighter, and larger-looking diamond, cut to the world's highest standards.
Then trace the journey from rough stone to polished perfection